All right, here we go. All right, buddy. You can't be here. Okay, go lay down, Wrigley. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another GGBL live stream. In the last one, we simmed. Ooh, a little feedback there. Last one we watched, opening day. Simmed month of April and simmed the month of May. Now we're in the month of June, and that pretty much leaves us to July, right before the draft. So the draft actually says it's in 35 days, which means we got 29 days here. We're currently on, I'm just trying to plot this out here. We got June 1st, that's 29 days. We got 30th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I think it's on the 5th. I think it would be on the 5th. Either way, we're going to find some games tonight that we're going to do some quick counts on, actually, and get through the month of June. So that'll be kind of fun. So we'll get through it. We'll also apply like the same logic. We'll watch 3 innings, sim 3 innings, watch the next 3 innings. But we are going to have quick counts turned on, and I think that's a good way to go about it, just so we can kind of get through the month of June, and we can kind of soak in as much GGBL content as possible tonight. So the matchups, I'm going to go like team by team, because I have not like looked at this on my own to see if there's anything good worth watching. And honestly, I'm kind of focused on more rather the top teams in the league right now, like the Boston Revolution. Unless they somehow turn it on, there's no real reason for me to watch their games. There's no real reason for us to watch the games together at Boston Revolution's game. So we got Pizzazz and Mallards, Jacks, Cardinals, and Breeze. Those games might be interesting. Phoenix and the Nuggets. The Bandits might be interesting because they might be actually shooting for actually, they're in the wild card right now. Only a game up. So they're in the wild card currently. Sting, Blue Sox, maybe another good boys game. Kind of don't want to go that route, but in case there is a really, really good matchup here, like, again, I don't know if we really want to see Orlando and Richmond again. Maybe it's a Richmond-Carolina matchup, possibly. But I'm sure the Sting have some good matchups there popping up too. Get the Heat, Monarchs, and Swing. I believe the Swing might be, yep, so there they are. Blue Sox, Good Boys, Swing, Monarchs, and Emeralds in the playoff chase. So, yeah, just kind of getting the lay of the land here, just seeing what we want to focus on. But let's start out east with New York and Michigan. Kind of want to see if they got anything in the early going. And actually, really cool matchup here. Already a game in this series been played, but see if we got any good pitching matchups here. We got Strizak against Tom Ruiz. Probably not very interested in that, although it would be a good game. New York and Atlanta would be a nice game there. So for Atlanta, this Atlanta-Vegas matchup might be interesting. Sorry, we're on New York. New York and Vegas might be kind of cool. New York and Carolina. So we gotta watch out for New York. Probably mid part of June. The Mallards, they get Minnesota. That's actually a pretty good game. I'd like to see that one. Bloodworth, actually Choi against Ihei Jirika. Got Jack Riddle in the mix there. So I'm kind of eyeing this one here for Michigan. What is up, Josh? How you doing, buddy? Thanks for hopping in. You could do Michigan and San Francisco. but I do kind of like the Minnesota and Michigan thing going on there. Cardinals, they're shooting for some playoff positioning. Cardinals and Breeze would be a good interdivisional matchup there. We haven't seen that happen in a little bit. Again, the Michigan and Minnesota matchup. The Bandits. And yeah, that's really about it. The Bandits in Carolina or the Bandits in Nashville. Never seen that matchup before. We got James Monroe on the mound. That might be kind of cool, actually, to see how Monroe goes about taking on those Nashville Heat. Let's see, Vegas. I kind of mentioned Vegas and New York. It's kind of what I want to see. Phoenix. Maybe Phoenix and New Orleans. Honestly, that's kind of cool. Phoenix and New Orleans. We've seen a lot of Vegas and Phoenix. Phoenix and San Fran. Maybe that's a potential Gold Series matchup there. Maybe that's the one we pick. Good Boys get San Diego, Colorado, Houston. They don't really have that tough of a schedule, honestly. This is where they're going to make a lot of headway in the standings. This is where Richmond's going to do the Richmond thing, isn't it? They're going to win a bunch of games in the month of June and get back into it. Orlando and San Fran. Okay. Orlando, San Fran. Orlando, Atlanta. So we got a couple of interdivisional matchups potentially. Kansas City. Nothing really catching my eye here in the Central, except for probably this, New Orleans and Phoenix. I really want to see Phoenix and San Fran, but you know, maybe there's something else with San Francisco that we would be able to catch, like maybe Orlando and San Fran. That might be interesting. The Phoenix San Fran is speaking to me because it's just like, you know, that could be the Gold Series matchup. So yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I am going to wait on New York. We got New York and Vegas. We've got Michigan and Minnesota. So that's what I want to do there. Chicago, we're going to wait for this Columbus series. Bandits and Nashville. So I think we're going to have to start with this one because it does seem to be like the earliest game that we're going to watch. So we'll see if James Monroe can kind of turn this around against Dion Crespo. So that'll be the matchup that we watch first. All right. Sound good? San Antonio and Nashville. Here we go. So we'll go ahead and play full game. We'll turn quick counts on. I'll read your comment there in just a second there, Josh. I know I got to get to that, but we'll turn quick counts on. We got clear skies. Take your pick here in the chat. And we'll get going. This is for channel points as well. 50 channel points for the correct guess. Let's see. Josh says, I like Phoenix, San Fran later, Michigan, Minnesota early in the month, New York and Iowa even. Yep, that's a good one. Chicago, Columbus, and San Antonio, Nashville are good ones. Good spread across the month of. Oh, Nashville's going to win this game. I'm gonna go opposite. I'm gonna go San Antonio. I'm gonna go with the Bandits. I think they'll win the game. Crespo's. He's decent. He's decent. Only reason why I'm taking San Antonio is they actually showed a little fight, you know, on opening day, and they're shooting for that wild card spot. Pretty competitive AL West. And Nashville, they seem to like they have some issues on the offensive side, it seems, so far this year. But we'll find out. We will see. If I do go silent, I'm smashing down the last piece of pizza from over the weekend, so forgive me. But taquitos for dinner was not really hitting it. It was good, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough.
Count is full.
Seems like Crespo's got this figured out a little bit. Bucky Taylor gave him everything he had.
Number 20.
Two-shooter bolt right. That was actually a pretty good pitch.
Full count.
Pretty classic pitch too. 3-2. Well, 2-2 slider low and away. And then he comes back with that inside. Always tough. All right, Mr. James Monroe, 4.92. I think that's the biggest thing for James Monroe is the amount of hits. 60 innings in a third with 69 hits. Got to limit those. But he's not the same old James Monroe. Oh, you got to make that play. Got another hit. So 70 hits in 60 in a third innings pitched. It's true, Josh. It's true. Yep. James Monroe. Since his golden arm years, he's not been the same.
He's going.
It's the truth. And Richmond decided to get rid of him at the right time. The right time, exactly.
Ball outside.
It's kind of one of those things where if they held on to him for 1 year later, they probably wouldn't have gotten the haul that they did.
Full count.
You know? They probably wouldn't have gotten Benny Blanco in that trade.
He's going. He's going. That's ball four. Take your bait.
So it's just another savvy move by the Richmond Good Boys that set them up for another 2 years of Gold Series runs and another 2 years of winning the Gold Series. And I think they're done now.
2-1.
And I can't really put the finger on why. Why exactly is Richmond so bad? Like, I mean, they're not bad, but why aren't they as good as they once were? Off of the 2 Gold Series wins. One is because they don't have Ricky Holderman anymore. Benny Blanco actually got better. Maybe it was Andrew Doby. They don't have him anymore. He was a solid piece at first, but they got Matt Justice now. No more Chris Addison. Pitching staff's arguably better this year than it was last year.
Ball four.
I think it could come down to bullpen and they don't have Julian Cavedo. I think that was the biggest thing. They don't have Cavedo. So my San Antonio pick is already on edge. 24 pitches right now for Monroe. He's trying to find it. Base it up the middle. 2 runs are going to score. That's a good spot to be in if you're Nashville, man. 2-0 lead in the first. Only 1 out.
1-2.
But no game is ever over, especially when we get into quick manage.
Ball. 2-2.
You know what? I kind of like... I don't know why I didn't think of this format before. And maybe I did. I just didn't know what the appetite was with the community. Like, is it a laid-back community? Is it a community that's, like, dead set on the fact that it's got to be gameplay, gameplay, gameplay? And I just ultimately made the decision. We sim most of the season anyway. So, what's one game of entire gameplay gonna really do in the grand scheme of things?
See ya. 1-2.
I like it because it's a good blend. You get gameplay, you get sim. Everybody gets a chance to the order at least one time. If people like gameplay, they get their gameplay action, right?
Ball, 2 strikes. One and two, count.
Ibarra.
Ball. That's the ball.
I really don't know how he didn't go on that.
Count is full.
How did he not swing?
Red.
Crespo's got another K. Right now he's looking pretty good right now.
The right fielder, Ricky Piper.
Looking pretty good. And I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming.
Got it.
I thought it was going to be a complete flip. Thought San Antonio's offense was going to do a little something here. So basically, if you guys know my pick, don't go that way because it's cursed.
1-2.
Follow the trend. Follow Josh. Follow Sports Gaming Josh. He knows what's going on.
Nope. Ball.
Crazy thing with Monroe is he's still able, despite his age, despite that workload of his right arm, he's still able to get up to 99. And he's still got that screwball that's a little funky.
Full
And he
count.
can get up to 100. Every now and then he can get up to triple digits. Music City Park is a little underrated. I do have to say.
That's low. Ball 4. Take your base.
It's a very minor league-y feel,
The center fielder, number 2.
but I don't think you guys have really gotten a good look at it here. But it's very minor league-y in the sense that it's got a cool aesthetic with all the brick, but it doesn't house a lot of people. Of course, you've got these seats out here, like for the restaurant, you know. When it gets on those hot Nashville nights, you know. It's cool, but it's a little underrated. Josh says, I'm very streaky with my picks. I either hit every one or I don't hit a single one. With Nashville becoming really strong, we finally get to see it more. Yep, it's true. That's the one thing I don't really know how to get around. Is because nobody wants to watch the bad teams, and plus it feels like kind of like a waste of time. The only reason you would is to just see if, you know, some of the better players on that team can develop a little bit. But again, you're still running into that issue where you're watching one game out of 162, and you might see that team maybe 2 or 3 times in a season, maybe.
1 and 2.
Opening day, we show everybody, of course. But like once you're bad by like June or July, it's pretty much over for you as far as gameplay is concerned. So Monroe gets James, well, sorry, Carson Vine. James Monroe gets Carson Vine, and we're headed to the top of the 3rd. San Antonio still trying to figure out Dion Crespo, who I had no faith in, and he's figured it out.
Batting in, the designated hitter, Corey Davis.
Remember, guys, once we get into the top of the 4th, we're going to head on into simulation. Got him. Man, Crespo is pitching well right now. How many Ks he got? 4? He's got to have at least 4. 5. He's got 5. 5 in almost 3 innings. He's got 6. 6 Ks in 3 innings, guys. That literally means after 9 outs, he's not giving up a hit, and only 3 of the 9 outs were put in play. Everything else has been strikeout, strikeout, strikeout. Base hit down the line. PJ Sparbory shooting for 2. See if Piper's throw can get in quickly. It does. He'll hold up with a single. Cullen Ward, is he finally going to do something here in gameplay? Maybe Monroe throws it nice and hard for him. My dad used to tell me that all the time. The faster you throw it, the harder, you know, the easier it is to get out. Faster it goes to get out. Everybody's safe after, again, a hard hit ball. Screwball by Monroe. He's in more trouble here. Down 2-0. Nobody out. Villalobos pops it up.
That's an infield fly.
Runner is automatically out. Nashville could really make him pay, and it's a tailor-made double play. All right, end of the 3rd. Monroe settles it down. He's been effective after that first inning. We'll go ahead and get to quick manage here for the next 3 innings. Crespo gets another 1-2-3. Monroe gets 4 batters faced. Gave up a triple. Crespo again. I mean, he's dealing. He's got to have like 9 strikeouts at this point. This is insane. That's actually insane. All right, Monroe is almost out of energy, and he's got to face 2, 3, 4. He's got to face Vine, Sparbory, and Ward. This could be bad here for the bottom of the 5th. All right, so they're going to put Frankie Freeman in. Ground out, line out. Crespo's still out there. A single, a K, and a walk. And a runner thrown out at home. Whew, it is still 2-0 Nashville. Freeman just trying to keep it shut down, but he does give up a home run to Jose Manzo. No, it would have been to Ken Jordan. Ken Jordan with the homer. We now go to the top of the 7th with Boatwright, Holyfield, and Ybarra coming to the plate. Good pitcher's duel right now. 3-0 game. Want to see real quick what... let's see. Yep, it would have been a solo home run for Ken Jordan. Yep. Whenever you see the 1-1-1, runs, hits, and ribbies, that just tells me that it's a home run. I don't even have to look at that at the very bottom for batting. Triple, homer, I don't have to look at it. I can just assume. I can just guess. Do that enough with fantasy sports, and there you go. You figure that out. All right, Crespo looking for another strikeout. So how long did this take? We haven't even been live 30 minutes. So that's pretty good pace. When did we start this game? We started this game at the 17-minute mark. Yeah, this one game took 7 minutes. So far. It's on the cusp of being like maybe half an hour actually. The next 3 innings will go by, 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Number 26. Your attention, please.
All right, Crespo's day is done. I think Josh had mentioned that in the chat. He had 12 strikeouts. He was absolutely dealing.
Ball, that's outside.
But the game is still within striking distance. That little tapper should be 2. You're going to go to 1. Wow, dude. I think you had him. I think you had him. It'd be nice to get some speed off the base path.
Inside, ball.
But maybe that was part of the strategy anyway, right? You play for an out. What are the odds that they're going to get that runner home?
2-2 the count.
Their offense hasn't been doing anything all game long. Base hit only makes it 3-1. You're still holding on to that lead. Got him. Man, the strikeouts are hot and heavy tonight. Piper pops it up. Shallow outfield. Colin Ward's got it. And that's the inning. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Heat looking for a little bit more insurance. Again, if we get up to a 5-run lead for any team, 5-run lead, doesn't matter. We go straight to Sim. Look at this. Another bunt attempt. This is crazy. Like, DEG's got 2 infield singles, and he's been perfect on the bunting attempts. He does this constantly. That's all this guy does. Nashville would really like a Carson Vine home run, but swings out of his shoe just a little bit. A little short little fellow, but he's got some power in that bat. Another strikeout, though. See if we can get some more people in here. I don't think that notifications went out. Maybe they did. Yep, looks like they did. Just interesting. Oh my goodness, DEG, you crazy man. Oh, that was a base hit. Wasn't it?
Now batting.
Yep.
Number 17.
Going from first to third on a base hit. Oh no, they're gonna hit Colin Ward. Oh no. This isn't good. You got Villalobos up with the bases juiced.
That's a ball.
We got problems. We got problems. Oh my God. He just cranked it. 2 runs are going to score. That is a 5-run lead. And Villalobos might have put the icing on the cake. Rico Hernandez comes out to relieve. He's got a 7.24 ERA. I think the Bandits are throwing in the towel here. Don't you think? I think so. Let's see what if we can bat here. I just want to see something. Let's see if I got what it takes here. Nope. Double play ball. Yes. Then again, I haven't played with a PCI in a long time, and the pitch speed is up like... Where is it at? Yeah, trade frequency, no. Where is it? Where's the pitch speed? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the pitch speed is as high as it can go. Crazy. All right. Let's go to quick manage here and get this game done. Unless, of course, if San Antonio scores a run, we'll get back into gameplay. Right? They got to score at least 1 run.
You're out. He's out.
Not going to do it, are they?
Three.
This is it. Nope. Heat have defeated the Bandits 5-0. That is your ball game. Sports Gaming Josh, and this time he ropes it to center. Reason he's in the MVP conversation. So 100%. 100%. He's had some good seasons too. He's been kind of just an afterthought in some years. But 12 strikeouts for Dion Crespo. Only 1 measly little walk. He threw a quality start. 6 innings, 3 hits. None earned, and that was definitely a lot more effective than what James Monroe brought to the table here. 6 Ks, 3 walks, 5 hits. So we allowed 8 base runners in this one. 2 earned across 4 innings pitched. So there you go. That's kind of the story for James Monroe this season. At least as far as I can tell. All right. What did we say was the one other matchup that we wanted to watch? Okay, so it's not here. It's not on the 3rd. I think it's on the 4th. Yeah, Michigan, Minnesota. We got Bloodworth against Venner. Venner seems like he's having a good year. I think we saw Bloodworth pitch in opening day. So I kind of want to see somebody else. I think we're going to go with Choi and Ihe Jirika. I know we saw Ihe Jirika on opening day, but that's a pretty cool matchup right there. 2 left-handers and 2 custom pitchers. We're probably not going to get the custom matchups in some of these matchups. Like, New Orleans and Phoenix, that was another one that I wanted to potentially watch. But I kind of like this matchup right here. So Michigan, Minnesota will be our next one. And we're going to sim that one just to see game 1. We'll see what happens here. So Bloodworth against Venner. Michigan loses. So Minnesota's got looks like maybe a game and a half. They're got 28 losses, 32 wins. Michigan's 31-30. So they're on the cusp of going 500 if they lose this game against Minnesota. So good matchup right here. Anxious to see this one. Let's get into it. We got the left-handers, Choi against Ihe Jirika. We'll play full game. Take your picks in the chat. And we'll turn quick counts on. Clear skies. We're ready to go. I am going to take Michigan. I think they're underperforming. So I've now taken 2 road teams back-to-back. But I'll take Michigan. I think they're underperforming. I think this might be the game that they get back on track. I like Minnesota. Don't get it construed. Don't get it mixed up. But the thing with Minnesota you got to watch out for is that offense with that guy, Grandstaff. He's not a Michigan Mallard. What is this? 326 this year, 20 home runs, and over a 1,000 OPS. He's basically Aaron Judge. He's basically Aaron Judge. All right. First time we've seen Minnesota at home in a long, long time. So this one will be fun.
One ball, two strikes.
Minnesota's first in the AL Central. We've been waiting for this. Been waiting for him to put it all together. Maybe eventually this will be Vancouver. The team with all the potential and no one can figure out why. Why are they bad? For some people, this is a matchup that, honestly, they might have thought would be in the AL Central. But with how the Central looks, I mean, maybe eventually we could end up putting Columbus in the East. Like, you could have a move there. Actually, you can't. I know, I'm remembering why we can't do that. It's already baked in the cake. Once you start the franchise, the teams that are in their divisions, they're in their divisions. I guess technically what you could do in that case is that, you know, move all the players over to the other team. Move all of Michigan over to Columbus. And then, you know, do one-for-one player movement. So get the rosters changed up. You know, obviously change the uniforms. Change the logos. Like, you could do it, but the team history would be wrong. Columbus would be Michigan. Michigan would be Columbus. But, yeah. It just felt right to have Michigan in the East. Which is great because they play in Grand Rapids. They're just kind of one of those teams that maybe they should have been in the Central. And, you know, they're not in Detroit. So Columbus is actually more east than Grand Rapids. So maybe it would have made sense to put them in the Central. Then you would have had Michigan, Iowa, Minnesota. Oh, nice stab right there. Are they going to get a... Wow. Nice double play. You could have tagged the runner there, too. Patel. That's a really crazy hop, though. Boom. Look at that. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I gotta get a replay. I gotta get a replay. That's insane. Can you imagine? Imagine being Patel right there. You got freaking Dalton Jett up here who hits just freaking frozen ropes. And then all of a sudden, like, watch this. One hop, two hop, and then right next to the knee. Like Mario Mazza did an incredible job there just to, number one, stay out of the way, but just do just enough to actually throw it off. It's a really tough play for a first baseman. Anybody, really. A little delayed jump there. Maybe Mazza was trying to do a little bit extra. But I would have just tried to tag him. But ended up making the right play. Got a double play out of it. Can't complain.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
All right, John Choi taking the mound here again tonight, and this guy's had better years. He's trying to figure it out here against a very, very talented Minnesota lineup. Little tapper here to Mazza. He'll make the high throw, but good play by Dalton Jett.
Number 16.
Crazy stat there. Third on the Jacks in batting average. Abram Grandstaff. 326 is good for third. So it's like, who's first? Who's second? Is it 327 or are we talking like 330? Nice. Got him. 99. Choi. Pitchers bringing the heat. 337 for Jihao Ipman. Wow. Remember when we saw this guy in the Golden Globe Classic? Then he just raked. Well, he's continuing to do it here at the GGBL level. He's not playing GGC competition or lack thereof. Here's Johnny Redmayne making the nice play.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Ryan Bucket.
I don't know if I want to change Michigan's uniforms or not. They've kind of
Ball inside.
I think they kind of wore out their welcome now. Well, you know, when I made these guys, I was like, I got to do something different, kind of crazy, you know. But looking at them right here, I'm just kind of like, maybe I'm kind of falling out of love with the swampy green, you know. I mean, that is their green. That's the mallard green. I like it. I like the color, but I think maybe we should probably go back to some basic gray uniforms, you know. Thinking about it. Josh says Ipman and the GGC absolutely raked. No shock that it translated. Yeah. The only reason I went is I'm a little shocked is just the fact, like, we had not as many good players, you know, in the GGC. There were some solid guys on those rosters, but I mean, he was doing it even against the United States, the North America team, which really threw me off. Like, who is this guy, man? Jeez, I didn't know we made him that good. And then he's continued to do it here. So I guess the thing is like sometimes different batting stances, like the thing with Stoitz. Like, why is he so good? Why is he good all the time? And then there's some guys, nice job there by Yoma. Why there's some guys, like when you look at Baldrick Raynell out there in center field, why and sometimes like in gameplay will he not hit until the clutch moment? His clutch rating must be really high. And some dudes that have good hot and cold zones, they have all the right tendencies, they have all the right attributes. Sim, they're great. Gameplay, they stink. It never fails. Like a Ricky Holderman or a KAJ. Then you might get some guys into simulation and they just stink. There are some guys that actually perform better and they have worse stats.
One ball, two strikes.
They have worse attributes. Oof, nice pitch. Incredible pitch. 84-mile-an-hour slurve. Good luck. Check this thing out. Like a freaking frisbee. Oof, I don't. You can't do anything to that. Just floating around. So Luigi Mazza really on the downslope now. Season 8. He's had a lot of good seasons here for the Mallards. And the New Orleans Swing. But hitting .239 this season. And he's a number 9 hole hitter. That's what's even crazier. Maz is on the go. Galvin misses. Stolen base. Number 6 for Luigi. That's a line drive into the gap. Nobody's getting it. Might be 3. Grandstaff's got a good arm. Nope. Galvin knocks in the game's first run, and it was a timely hit. 16th double. Might be 16th RBI. I always get confused by that. It says 16 RBI double 16. That might be the his RBI total, actually. I believe that's his RBI total. Don Taylor's got 24. Hard to believe that a leadoff hitter would have more ribbies than that, right? Popped him up. Foul ground. Patel is almost there. Woo! I'd love to take a replay look at that, but I don't know if you guys would be too interested in seeing that. I love the effort, though, by Patel. Nice pitch there, the changeup. He's got a lot of mix of pitches there. A split finger. He's got a changeup, so that's like got the same movement. But it's different speeds. Different speeds, and it's just enough of a different spin. Patel, oh my god, dude, this guy can play some first base. Tell you what. One hit apiece. Mallards have the early lead. We'll jump to the bottom of the third. We've got Redmayne coming up next with Severs and Jamie Lane on deck and double deck. Choi. Ground ball here to Taylor. Manning third base to Jet. One down. All right, Woodrow Severs, former New Orleans swing. It's so funny. The Jacks, the swing, and the good boys, they all seem to have like a weird little triangle of love. Severs was never a good boy, but he was a New Orleans swing. You had some coaching staff members swap spots from all three organizations. You have this weird triangle, these connections between all three of these teams. It's weird. So maybe that means that both of those teams are going to have more success in the future. New Orleans found their success last year, and they're continuing that trend. Minnesota's on the come up, it seems like, this year. Richmond's a little bit on the down trend. So maybe these teams are going to go up where Richmond goes down. We'll find out as the season progresses. So here we go, top of the fourth. We'll take control of Michigan here and get a little quick manage in because they're winning. Walk, a single, pop-up, fly-out, and a K. So Yazurika works through a little bit of a jam there. We got Choi giving up a double, the run, and it's now tied 1-1. Double play ball ends that inning. Choi strikeout, single. One run's going to score. 2-1 Minnesota. We thought that Michigan was going to win this thing. All right, a little major jam there in the top of the sixth for the Jacks, but they got out of it. Choi, oh, they give up a home run to Grandstaff. It is 3-1, top of the seventh. The Jacks take the lead even further. Here we go, 3-1. Here we go. 3-1 ball game. We've been treated to a good one, that's for sure. That's a base hit. There's Mazza. I'm going to watch, see if he's going to steal again. So Grandstaff, with that solo home run, gets him up 2-1. And then, of course, we had the other run that popped through there in the bottom of the sixth. So Michigan trying to mount a little bit of a comeback here. Christian Gamer, how did Raynell's at bat go? I only saw the one and he struck out. Like, Ihei Jurika, if you actually go back just a little bit, you might be able to find it. But He threw some nasty slurve, dude. It was disgusting. Lefty on righty. That slurve looks like it's gonna be there, and then it's just not. Looks like it's gonna be right down the middle, and it's not. So Steve Feliz is on trying to get this job done here. He gave up a single there to Mazza. He's got Taylor, Jet, and Mazza. Not in that order, but it's a pretty daunting task. Oh my God. Dom, dude, what are we doing? So that should make a pitching change here. Dustin Averill, 16 games, 5.63. Interesting. So they want the lefty to go up against Mazza, Jet, and Ipman. Really just trying to go after Mario Mazza right here, but lefty-righty.
He's going.
That's kind of crazy. We got a stolen base attempt here. Mazza's in. So now the other Mazza has a shot to bring him home. With one more strike to get. Averill sets, fires.
Ball two.
We'll change the low.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Got him. It's pretty nasty. Dude, Minnesota's got it going on, man. They got it going on. This year might be the year. They might be the team that breaks through out of the playoffs. A little underdog story, huh? I've noticed, though, in the playoffs, what we usually see is the favorites have always made it. We've never seen like a little scrappy little underdog make it to the Gold Series. I mean, I guess if you count like Colorado in season 3, if you count that, but you know, they got hot. So they were like, if you look at it from that perspective, they were the hottest team going into the playoffs. So there almost wasn't really a surprise there. Talent-wise, they were definitely the underdogs to a lot of the teams that they played. But they were just on such a hot streak. But yeah, I'm thinking back to all the other seasons. Just really felt like there weren't any underdogs that made it all the way. Nice stolen base there by Redmayne. He's at second with nobody down. Severs swung on through the curveball. We get a lot of Ks, don't we? In quick counts. Chinbeard is in the house. Jax, baby. Yeah, okay. Yeah, OKC. You can throw OKC in there.
Ball two.
Oh, they're going for third. Ipman, throw down, and the tag is not in time. Redmayne gets us. That's clutch. Get a little insurance run right here with a little fly ball. Jamie Lane just trying to do a job. He swings and misses. It's a little check swing strike. Yeah, I'd agree with OKC. The underdog. You could make a case either way for Colorado, but I think, yeah, OKC would definitely be it. All right, not the worst thing in the world right there. You got runners on the corners.
Now batting, third baseman.
But then you still got lefty-righty. Ooh, right down the middle.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right down the middle and a little late. Popped him up. On the mound, the big boy. Jet will make the play. They're 1 out away from getting out of this thing. Keeping the game close. But now you got to get this guy. Abram Grandstaff, 330, 21 bombs. And he's looking for another one right here. This is like... the AL Central's Kevin Stoitz.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
373 average with runners in scoring position. So you want to talk about a guy with some clutch.
2 balls,
In fact,
2 strikes.
breaking the action. What is Grandstaff's clutch? Only a 77, but the 99-98 is crazy, and the discipline at 84. So he only swings at pitches that he knows that he can drive. Like that one. But he got a little excited. Got another one. Deep drive to right, but right fielder's there. That'll do it for the 7th inning. We will go to the top of the 8th. With Averill still on the mound, we got 4, 5, and 6. Jet, Ipman, and Puckett coming to the dish. That's a nice play out there by Killian Murphy. Little flare job right there by off the bat of Jet, and he was barreling in to make that catch.
Take your base, ball 4.
That'll help. Ipman gets on with a walk, and now it's going to be Eric Lopez, who actually, with GGBL standard for ERA, that's actually really good. So we'll see what this cat's got in his bag of tricks here. What's he got? Oh, nice catch. Good catch by Jamie Lane. So you got a sinker. First pitch hacking, by the way. Not the worst strategy in the world. You know that reliever is going to come on and try to throw a strike. Ground ball here. Man, this guy just gets outs. So we're through the top of the 8th. Michigan's still looking for another run, and it'll be up to Dean Binks. Look at the average against right-handers. 219. Lefties, 250. Strikeouts to walks, 31-9. So it seems like the story for Dean Binks is that he just gives up a lot of hits to left-handers. He's 1 for every 4 left-handers gives up a hit against. But righties, he's got that 219 average again. So he's been very, very effective this season. Here's Taylor over to Jet. Out number 1.
Now batting, first baseman, Lewis Putzel.
Ball, that's down.
The ground ball. Easy flip. I think Jet probably could have gotten that one himself, but he's lazy.
The batter, number 25.
He's big and he's lazy. Oh, uh-oh. Kit Kat drives this one deep, and it is gone. Solo bomb. Which is actually insane. I mean, what are you supposed to do if you're Dean Binks? That's not a bad pitch. I mean, he threw this thing outside, too. Right? That was an outside pitch location. Maybe not. Maybe not. He was set up. It's a little middle. It's a middle out. Ooh, it was actually coming right back down the middle. Yeah, Ipman set up outside. But when you try to get too perfect, when you try to get too fine, that's what will happen. So it's a little middle out. And Yoma took him deep. Put another one on the board since Shinbird. Yes, sir. Chinbird. Chinbeard. Let's see where this pitch location was. Yeah, it was just starting. It was just, he was out early. He was out in front of it.
Your attention, please.
But that's some serious power. Now, I don't know. I don't really know about this decision here. 8.57. This might not go very well. Shane Fry in a 3-run lead, trying to shut it down. He's got Raynell, Mazza, and Galvin, the top of the order. 8, 9, and 1.
Nope, that's ball 4.
So Raynell will draw a walk.
Now batting, number 28.
Mazza's got a 2-1 count. Looking to drive this pitch. Always got to be ready. 2-1. 3-1 is your best bet. Maybe 3-0. Some would argue 3-0 is your best bet. I kind of like 3-1 just because the guy has shown the capability to throw a strike. If it's 3-0, I mean, you know a fastball's coming, but you don't want to get fooled. Like, you're thinking it's got to be a strike, it's right down the middle, and then it's not. Oh, there we go. They were playing him in. What in the heck is Seavers doing out there in left field? They were playing Mazza in. That'll be a double. Raynell scores. It's now 4-2. Michigan in the top of the 9th. They're in business here. There's a drive to center, and that one's going to get down too. Galvin goes opposite field into the gap. It's now going to be 4-3 with another double from Todd Galvin. They're not wasting any time at all. This is a walk, a double-double, and 2 runs have scored. And now it's going to be up to Oliver Montalvo. He's 6-0, but that 5.84 ERA. Look at the batting averages against right-handers to left-handers, so he gives up a lot of hits. And now he's got to face righty, righty, righty. Dalton Jett will be batting right-handed if they got to. Well, they do have to face him. They got to get 3 outs. So Michigan saving the hits until the very last hour. There's a base hit into the gap again. Killian Murphy tracking this one down. I'm not sure if that's going to be a triple or not. We'll see. He thought about it, but the game is tied. They still don't have an out. It is a back-to-back-to-back RBI double. Three doubles, 3 RBI doubles in a row for Michigan. And again, you got to get Mazza, Jett, and now Ji-Hao Ipman. It's murderer's row right there for the Jacks bullpen. So a really great start by Hiejirika. Pretty much wasted. They blew this 4-1 lead. Yoma Kit-Kat gave them insurance. They'd be losing right now. They'd be losing right now, 4-3, if Ipman did not hit that blast. So they finally get an out in the top of the 9th. We've got Jett to the dish in a full count. Swung on and missed. Nice changeup at 83. Montalvo gets the big right-hander, and now it's going to be up to Ji-Hao Ipman to drive home another run in this inning. If they can do it, that'll send us to the bottom of the 9th with Minnesota losing. But they will intentionally walk Ipman to face Brian Puckett. He's 0 for 4. That's probably the best bet. You want to face this guy instead of Ipman. Ipman would make it 6-4. pretty easily, too.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Just can't throw a ball right here. You got to throw a strike. You don't want to be down 3-1. There you go. Yep, there you go. 3-1 now. Remember I was saying 3-1 is probably your best bet to get a strike. 3-0, some people would argue, but I like 3-1. So we'll see if Puckett can put a good swing on it. And he does, but it's just foul. Still a nice swing, though. Just a little late. Full count. He's still going the other way. Base hit up the middle. Here comes Grandstaff. He's got a great arm. He's going to throw to third. They'll give up the run. It is 5-4. Michigan's scoring 4 runs in this inning. Minnesota can't shut it down. They were on the move with a full count and 2 down. And, man, they are just imploding. This bullpen, they've used, what? They've used 4 relievers in this inning. Yeah, they put Lopez out there, right? No, it was Fry. It was Shane Fry, excuse me. So they've used 3 relievers in this inning. Jang is the third. They got to get one more out. Got him. Well, that'll stop the bleeding, but it was a little late. Little too late. And you know what? Hoffman has not been that great either. It's already 4 blown saves this season. 6 ERA. So you'll have 8, 9, and 1 here for the Jacks. So for those of you guys that are late here to the party, you couldn't get your pick in to see who was winning. So I do want to offer up an in-game channel points question. Is Minnesota going to come back and not tie it? If I'm going to say they're going to come back, are they going to win it? Are we going to see a walk-off here? Yes or no? 50 channel points. Go. Yes or no? Are we going to see a walk-off? Yes or no? Got him. Johnny Redmayne is down. We got a couple votes in the chat here. We got Christian Gamer says no. Minnesota is coming back to win, says Vibe. Wow. So he thinks that they're going to get a walk-off. I love how whenever I asked the community to do something, there were 15 people that were watching. And then I asked the community a question. They have to do something, put it in the chat, do something. People leave. It's the weirdest thing. Whenever I say it, or if I mention the number of people that are watching, people leave. It's like a magical power. Okay. 2 strikes. Hoffman to Jamie Lane. Ground ball. Base hits. Vibes. Look at, now we're down to 12. We had 13, now we're down to 12. People leave whenever I mention it. I tell myself don't mention it anymore because of that thing. People leave. Don't mention it. But I just do it to see if I'm going to break trend. All right, 1-2 pitch here. Dirk Bryant. Here we go. Oh my! Wow. They're not going to say he went. That would have been strike 3, dude. That would have been strike 3. Game over. If the umpire said that he went, that he offered at it. So now you get Grandstaff, dude, in a 3-2 pitch. Again, guys, runners will be on the move. So lefty-righty, Abram Grandstaff, 2 for 4, already with a home run today. Is he going to do it for Minnesota? That is a base hit! Down to the left field corner. We got to get the throw off. They're going to send the runner around third, headed for home. It's a walk-off win! Minnesota! They gave up 4 runs. in the top of the ninth to basically put themselves in losing position. Had to come through in a walk-off spot. And Grandstaff, again, dude, he is the Kevin Stoitz on the come-up. Minnesota walks it off. Minnesota, the Jacks survive. Dude, what a team. The Jacks, man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. They've got something here. This is cool to see, man. This is cool. We've been waiting for this. That's crazy. What a question, right? What a channel points question right there. All right, so Vibes, anybody that says that they were going to walk out, Chinbeard and Vibes. Nice. Yeah, and I picked Michigan too, Christian Gamer. I picked Michigan. I think a lot of people picked. Actually, it was just me and Josh that we both picked Michigan. We were going to win this game. So we were all up and, we were excited that that ninth inning hit. I should have cashed out if I had it on FanDuel. I should have cashed out for sure. But obviously your player of the game definitely should be Abram Grandstaff. 3 for 5, a home run and a double. Of course, he got the walk-off hit. Why wouldn't that be Abram Grandstaff? For sure. Okay. I have got a text from my wife. Our youngest is kind of struggling. She keeps waking up. Okay. Dad duty. You're like, dude, well, do I need to come up there? Do you need me to do it? Do you need me to? She says no. Okay. If I did need to get up there, I would be off the mic for a little bit. I'd have the game play, but I wouldn't be on the mic. All right, so here we go. What do we got next? What's next on our schedule? Let's see. We going kind of in order here. So the New York Vegas is what I want to see. I think that'll be a good game. New York and Vegas. We didn't see anything with Washington because they're 30 and 32. I don't know if they're even in the playoff mix right now. They're probably in the mix. They're 2.5 games out, but I'm really focused on teams that are already like in it right now to show them. Chicago, I wanted Chicago Columbus for sure. You could maybe do Chicago Orlando, but they've lost a couple games right now, so they're kind of out of the mix right now. As if the playoffs ended, like if the season ended today, we started the playoffs, I mean they would be out. 21 and 30 or 29 and 31, they'd be out. 2.5 games back. Cardinals, Bandits, and Nuggets. So we'll see. This one's kind of a flex. If Chicago starts playing a little bit better, then maybe we'll see that. It might change with this one too. If they can kind of pick up a series win or something, might be able to see Orlando in Chicago. That might be interesting. Iowa, they're playing bad. They're 15 games under 500. So that one, I mean, they're having a really tough year. So that stinks for Iowa fans. We've also got Wisconsin that's on a 3-game winning streak right now. Back-to-back shutouts. So they should be in the mix, right? Maples are a game and a half out. Interesting. San Antonio, we watched that one, a 5-0 loss. We watched that one. OKC's 4 games back. Yeah, that Vegas and New York series. I think that probably is the next one that we're gonna see. Although we do have this one too. Phoenix and New Orleans. We got Ramos Jr. against Clark Griffin. That would be a good one, I think. We had Infante picking up a win here, 5-4 game. Phoenix won on a walk-off. So I'm thinking maybe this one. But then again, like you also got Phoenix and San Fran. Like I'm really thinking about that Phoenix and San Fran one. That would be really fun. That one's really speaking to me, though. Really speaking to me. This one would be cool and all, but this is almost like a Gold Series preview. Phoenix and San Fran. Would love to see that one. But let's see. What do we got for Atlanta? Atlanta, they're 37-25. They picked up a win over Orlando here. They also don't play very many good teams in this stretch. Maybe Atlanta and Kansas City might be a good game. Good series to watch. Let's see. Miami's playing bad. You got the good boys winning here. I'm kind of good boys out. I mean, I know they're my team and everything, but I'm kind of good boys out. Like, we know what they do, you know? We've seen them so many times. Yeah, Orlando, San Francisco. That one's kind of cool, but maybe it's the Chicago Orlando. So Orlando's kind of a flex team right now. Carolina 32-30. That might be interesting. You got Wisconsin and Carolina. I don't think we've ever seen those two teams play each other. So that might be kind of cool. I've already seen Nashville. We've seen a lot of Seattle over the years, too. Seattle, Wisconsin might be interesting. Vancouver's not really picking it up either. Yeah. Let me see what you guys are saying here. I needed the channel points. All right, so I'm going to make a executive decision by the sounds of it. And we're going to wait for that Phoenix and San Francisco series. So we're going to wait for those two teams. So I think the next team up would be, if I'm remembering what I chose here, probably Orlando, Chicago. So let's see what happens here. I think that's right. Like, I don't see any other matchups. Oh, yeah. Right. Carolina, Wisconsin. We've got Torrey Roby up. Let's just keep simming here and let's see how this series is going to go here. So it is tied, 1-1 series. Maybe we dive into Carolina, Wisconsin. 34-31. Wisconsin, actually Carolina's back by a game. You got the Swing and the Emeralds are tied. The good boys are in playoff position right now. Insanity. What's Wisconsin looking like here? They're 3 games back from the Jacks, and they're currently in wild card position. So, yeah, neither team can really lose this matchup. They don't want to lose this series. So we'll check this one out. This will be a home game here for the Maples. Take your pick in the live stream chat. And we'll get this game underway. Again, we are doing quick counts to get us through. And we're still running with the same kind of logic, right? Play 3, sim 3, play the final 3. And 5-run deficit after the sim gets into more sim territory. And these are two teams I gotta have a note. Maybe it's in Discord or something. I gotta have a note. I gotta change the scorebug colors. Both teams being white makes it really hard to read. Incredibly hard to read. But this is an awesome matchup. I love this matchup here. They got the red against the blue, red and white against blue and white. Love it. I love it. Maples against Blue Sox. We've never seen this matchup before. I guess I should make my pick. I'm also going to go with the Maples. Rico's going Maples. I'll go Maples too. Ooh, everybody's going Maples. Oh, Chinbeard goes with Sox. Got it. Yeah. Good point, Josh. The full white scoreboard. I think that's a first. Oh man, maybe it was part of my subconscious. Like I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna show this game because I know subconsciously. Nice pitch. D-Will goes down on K's. Look at that field. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Whoever designed that stadium, man, it's talent. It's talent. Although they do need a new one. Wisconsin needs a new one. We'll have to hire Rico to make a state-of-the-art, updated indoor stadium or something for the Maples. I don't know. When I think of the Maples, I don't think they should play indoors. Oh, that's a heck of an effort there by Chavez, but we got a drive to right field. Nice, incredible throw by Fortuna. Halting Castilla to just a single. Little ground ball, chopper to third, slinging it over to second, but it's not in time. Honestly, that's really the only play that he had. He had to go that way. So Gonzalez, base hit. Rico says he did make a Wisconsin stadium. I thought you did. I thought you did. I got to go back in our messages and find that because I felt like you. Felt like you did.
Nope. That's inside.
Let's see. It wasn't really that long ago. All right, Malone gets out of the jam. And we're headed to the bottom of the first. And this was back in December of 24. Talking about the Kringles, North Pole Kringles. And how long ago was this? This is now. I'm back in June of 24. Maybe you didn't share it with me. Maybe it was in the GGBL chat, potentially there. Yeah, now I'm in January of 24. Rico.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
You might have done it inside that chat to share. So my main reason why I'm picking Wisconsin here is because Torrey Roby really struggled.
Batting third, the second baseman.
On opening day.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying to find it. Yep. If you could just send it. Oh, I may have just put it in the show thread. Ooh, yep. Not a lot of traffic there these days. Could find it in there.
Leading off for Carolina, the designated hitter, Danny Riddle. Batting seventh, the second baseman, number 41.
Well, if you find it, Rico, if you could link it. Ooh. There it is. I think that's it. On March of this year.
Batting it, the catcher, Wilga.
That's ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Oh, what is this? Oh, Alcatraz. Yeah. Oh my God. That's what, dude, Rico, that's insane. I'm just reminded of it. United States Penitentiary. Like, you type that all out, dude. You're insane. It's literally Alcatraz. Oh my god. I'm looking right at it. Absolutely nuts. That's all shared, right? Oh, working on the Vancouver build. Yeah, that one's pretty sweet too. Oh, dang, dude. You got the build, you got that like that Texas Rangers field on the outside. Dude, you're nuts.
The center fielder, number 13.
Diamond Joe River Complex version 2 as well. So they must have made some updates there in 25. I don't know if they transferred to 23. Oh, Maple Stadium. There it is. February 13th of 2025. Tombstone Pizza Tap House. Oh my god, dude. The GGBL Maple Stadium. You're insane. Guys, I'm going to have to show you this. Rico, that's nuts, dude. How do you do this? How do you even see this? I'm pausing this for a second. Here, I'm changing this up a second. I keep talking about it, but you guys can't see it. So give me 1 second here while I find it. Actually, I'm just gonna keep playing it. I'm on my desktop now. So I can see the game on OBS. So let me do this real quick. We gotta find that. We gotta do this. I gotta show you this. So much easier to scroll on your desktop. Like, I honestly love the touch that you've got here. Like this, and I wouldn't BS you, man. This is awesome. I love it. Okay, so I might. Here's the thing. I don't want to dox anybody. All right, so Estrada strikes out. I'm going to pause it right there. And we're going to share my screen real quick because I want you guys to see this. The GGBL, Maple Stadium, right? Look at this. Tombstone Pizza Tap House. Like, I can't even think of that. Or, like, you got a little play area over there. That's kind of cool. But this is what really caught my eye. It's just different. He's got the whole, this is all clean. The walkway, right, is just clean. I wish in Creative Stadium you could get a little bit more detail to make all this, like, work. You know? Because it's very, very hard to put all the concessions in there and, you know, just to make that whole thing work. But, like, that's kind of funny. That's like a Maples touch. It's just kind of cool. You put the Berger's thing down a little bit just to, like, make a sign for Berger's. Dude. And then this is what also caught me. Like, how did you even think of that? To put that on the outside of the stadium. I mean, it makes sense, but I've never figured that out. You got Maple Stadium right down here. I've never figured that out. This, the outside of the stadium. It's always been really, like, bare bones and open. But, dude, like, I didn't even react to that. So there you go. There's my reaction. That's insane. So we're gonna have to use that, I think. I love it. So I'm so glad that this community is creative and appreciates that type of creativity, and love it.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'll have to find out if that stadium, if I can get it into 23, we're using it for 2031.
Ball 2.
That'll be the new home of the Wisconsin Maples. This one gonna fall? Oh! Toro gets a base hit. And now steps in Win Fortuna. He's got a line drive out. Solidly hit baseball, but right to Porter Pittman.
Leading off for the Blue Sox, the right fielder, Austin Louis.
I've noticed in these games we're seeing a lot of foul balls, a lot of pop-ups, a lot of strikeouts, foul balls, and pop-ups. And then every now and then you have one inning where there's a bunch of clutch things happening. There's a drive, but right to the center fielder. Hayden Oliver's got that one. We got 2 down in the third. D-Wells 0 for 1 so far. A strikeout in the first. Having a pretty solid season at 271. But this is kind of what D-Will does. Plays good defense. He's a better defensive player than he is offensively, but he will contribute there. Thinking about all the drama that happened with those good boy teams, you know, Darius Wilson wanted out.
Leading off for the Timbers,
He went to a rival. And just all the topic, all the conversation centered around how the good boys were a poorly run organization, and you know, you had KJ getting a little frustrated at his teammates and calling out Ricky Holberman and all this stuff. You know, Ricky says what he says, taking batting practice in the off season, and then he goes out and wins the championship. So go figure that, right? Maybe the good boys made the right call, getting rid of some of those sour pussies. But Wisconsin's got something going here. So is this where Torrey Roby finds that opening day issue that he had last year? We got a double play ball right here. D-Will, that's automatic. Castilla, that thing all started thanks to the good pick by Castilla. Good feed there over to second, and of course D-Will is probably the best shortstop in the game, in the league. There's a ground ball. Oh my goodness. Keelan Okoye! Just safe. What a great play. Great effort. Christian Gamer, that describes my gameplay. Oh my goodness. Hey. Tyson Wright. Deep drive gone. 2-run homer for Tyson Wright. Torrey Roby, as we had mentioned, he has some problems every now and then that pops up. It creeps up. The extra base hits, the home runs. This one, again, middle, but out just a little bit. 411 on the distance. That thing was not a cheapie. It was a line drive home run. Anyway, back to Christian Gamer's comment here. That describes my gameplay perfectly. I'll hit 90% ground balls, flyouts or liners straight to an outfielder, then randomly I'll hit 3 homers. Dude, I feel like that's a problem in the show with user gameplay. The home runs tend to happen a little too much, and I don't really know. Do you use timing? David, do you use timing or do you use your PCI? Zone. Oh, we're in the top of the 4th, so we got to get that going here. All right, here we go. Malone's got these guys figured out, seems like. Good defense here still for Carolina. Saw a double play mixed in there. Single, double play, another double play. Malone shuts him down again. So we're in the top of the 7th now with Porter Pittman, 5, 6, 7. 98 pitches now for Malone. I think this is probably going to be his last batter. Rico says KJ really fell off. It was a good time to sell completely. And then when he threw his temper tantrum, it was even better. It was even better time to sell. Got him. Man. How many Ks is that from Malone? Not going to tell us. He's still out there. 103 pitches. Good Lord. How many Ks? Should be 8. Yep. 8 strikeouts. 6 1/3, 4 hits, 8 strikeouts for BJ Malone. Tight game there. Do not give up the long ball. Whatever you do, still find a way to start spinning that thing, man. You got to get some RPMs on there.
Ball. 2-2 the count.
Ooh, hard hit baseball right there, but foul. Two. Whoa, it's like a Vladimir Guerrero Sr. He hits a line drive. It was way off the strike zone, but good man. Win Fortuna, good fielder out there in right field. Hey, we got somebody new. Somebody new in the GGBL community. Welcome, Joshua Vasquez, Truce Man. Says, what is this? Users make a player for a team, or do you users own a team? Yeah, if we had people owning teams, it would take forever, dude. Like we're in season number 8 right now. And I think that's literally only because I just run it as like the commissioner. We got like checks and balances to make things fair and stuff, and you know, just try to keep things realistic as possible. But yeah, it's basically it's a custom league. A lot of players that you'll see are CPU generated, like this guy Justin Snow. He's a CPU dude. But the guy that was just hitting Freddington Grand and Freddie El Toro, these guys are all like custom players. So we actually have a Patreon for if you want to like buy a player. I've got free ways that you can get players with what I call channel points, which are free to do. Basically, they're like in-stream contests. Like, you know, is this pitcher going to go out 1, 2, 3? 50 channel points, and I just keep track of your winnings. And if you accumulate enough channel points, you're going to be able to like buy your player for the draft. You can use those channel points to upgrade your player too. So if you get a your guy's like a 70 overall player and you want to get them up to a 75, you can upgrade your dude 1 time per season. Just to make things fair, you know, you're not going from 70 to 99. Be crazy. But like this guy, Damian Bender. Nobody knows who this dude is. He's a CPU guy. Took a long time. Took a couple months to get this thing built up back in 2023. So it's about 2 years old. Actually, this is 3 years old. At the end of 25 will make it 3 years old. You got all of 23, all of 24, and now all of 25. Yeah, 3 years old. Pretty crazy. But yeah, most of the guys just said, you know, how to join and whatnot. But yeah, the free way, it takes a little bit more investment through channel points, but if you want to pay, you know, you want to donate to the cause, basically I'll make your player for $3, $5, 10 or 20. 20 obviously being the best player that you could make. Yeah. Chinbeard says, what are these channel points you speak of? Yeah. In fact, let's go ahead and do a channel points question. You ready? We'll give Josh an example right here, guys. All right. So we've got Alfonso Bermudez, Darius Wilson, custom guy, and Henry Castilla coming up next. We got 2 outs. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm going to offer, because it's a 2-0 game. Got a couple more innings left. Let's say, let's have this question be, how many more runs do you think Wisconsin is going to score in these next couple innings? We're in the top of the 8th right now. So basically they've just got the bottom of the 8th left. They've 3 outs to get 0, 1, 2 runs. Like, how many runs do you think they're going to score? This will be for 100 channel points. 100 channel points. How many runs do you think that they're going to score for the rest of the game? It could get to a point where, you know, Carolina ties the game up. It could be 2-2. It could go to extras. They could be trading runs. We could get to like 5 runs or something, right? But how many runs do you think that they're going to score? Not how many runs are they going to have at the end of the game. How many runs are they going to score in these next, like from this point forward? Put them in the chat there. For 100 channel points. You could also say 0, right? So if it's still going to be 2-0, then that's fine. But if the game ends 3-0, then the correct answer would have been 1, right? So, all right, here we go. Here we go. I see your picks are flying in.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Oh yeah, Chinbeard's right, man. Regression is real. It is, and it's harsh. Over 35. It's like I should make a short that kind of makes fun of regression for MLB The Show. It's like those late at night commercials, the infomercials. Were you affected by asbestos? That's basically what, you know, the GGBL's got going on. Are you 35 and over? Do you have 8 years of major league experience, of professional baseball experience? Are you starting to feel a little bit sluggish and lack of power? A lack of eyesight? Can't really see the ball. Your contact numbers are really low. Your batting average is starting to take a dip. Introducing channel points. Those years of your prime don't have to go to the wayside. It's the Cialis for it's the Cialis for pixel people. Oh my god. Josh says, can you own more than one player? Yep. Yeah, Christian Gamer has like 15. Rico's got 20. Oh yeah, I guess it should be in there somewhere. No, I guess it isn't. Interesting. I'm calling James Suckle. Dude, I didn't know that anybody else knew what that was. I didn't know it was I remember hearing that crap when I was like 11, dude. I'd be, you know, at my grandma's house watching late night Cartoon Network, you know, when that thing was a thing. The offices of James Sokolov. Oh my god. That's funny. That is funny. Chin beard, man. It's funny. I'm going to post it right here. Oh, yeah, that's true too, Rico. Yep.
Leading off for the Blue Sox.
So I'm also watching under my other account, Goldglover09. So I'm going to post it right here. So this is me. I'm sending you the link there. You can trust that. That's the Patreon link right there if you want to do it that way. But yeah, to Rico's point, you can also do YouTube channel membership, which is on my main channel. So this is like the redheaded stepchild channel. I got another channel, Goldglover9, and that's the one that like is the main thing that I focus on. And then this is like akin to my main channel, but this thing's been going on for 3 years, so it just the algorithm and all that crap, right? So I didn't want to put this league on that channel and then just, you know, continue to drive down the algorithm. That would suck. But hey, so Wisconsin did not score any runs there in the bottom of the 8th. So right now the answer is 0. The correct answer is 0 for channel points. Carolina's going to have to tie it for Wisconsin to get another at bat. So if you guys guessed that they were going to score more runs, you kind of need to root for Carolina at this point. That's a drive. Deep to right. David Gonzalez. Oh, off the wall. Could have been a 2-run homer to get exactly what you guys needed. You need Carolina to score 2 runs to stay alive. But Gonzalez gets it done at least to extend the inning out. Porter Pittman comes up in a 3-2 count. Neo Zamora struggling just a touch. That's a drive to right. Fortuna's got a really great arm. We'll see if we have a play at the plate. Here it comes. It's a little offline, and the run's going to score. Darius Wilson got enough speed, but hey, it is 2-1. The hope is still alive for the Blue Sox, but now they got to go up against Julius Ullman. 9 games, 10 innings, .9 ERA. He does not give up any hits to right-handed batters. They're hitting 190 against him. He really struggles, though, against the left-handers. Kind of like reverse splits for Ullman, but Riddle's a good hitter. Ground ball to short. Little flip to second, and that's going to do it. Wisconsin gets the W, and those of you guys that said 0 for the total runs scored in those next innings that were coming up for the Maples, you got it right. 2-1 victory. Maples get a dub. And Ullman, actually, that's his first save of the season. So Maples will win the series 2-1 over Carolina. Again, these two teams are fighting for wild card positioning in respective leagues. But Malone is your player of the game. 7 innings. Nobody walked. That's crazy. So the control all there. 8 strikeouts, 4 hits. Basically only 4 runners given up by B.J. Malone across 7 innings. You got to tip your cap off to that guy. That's insane. That's insane. All right. So that is that. And I'm going to just continue to scan on through here again. I need a reminder. Some of the games that we wanted to watch. We definitely want to get to New York and Vegas. We got a big series here with really good pitching matchups. Love the pitching matchups right here for Phoenix and Vegas. But, you know, this is a AL West showdown in these this 4-game series. So while it's highly entertaining, we've seen these two teams play each other a lot in recent years. So I kind of want to skip them. I'm thinking Atlanta and KC. Again, Richmond, we've seen Richmond a lot, so I'm going to skip them this time around. We've also got Orlando and Chicago. Both teams, again, fighting for playoff positioning in their respective leagues, so maybe that's what we focus on here first. And then we'll get into, let's see, Phoenix. Phoenix had what again? Phoenix and, yeah, San Fran. Phoenix and San Fran. Nothing else. Yeah, I think we're going to go Chicago and Orlando next. Yep. So let's do that. Chicago, Orlando is next. So we got Cummings, Burgos. I'm going to sim that one. Drew Reed against Yuli Ibanez and Caleb Matson against Jackson. Kind of want this one. The middle game. Let's sim. So, hey, Orlando actually beats Richmond in the series. They're bringing their season back around. They got 35 wins now. Got a victory there. So Chicago's hoping that they can maybe split that series. Let's see where they're at. They're 4 games back now. 2 games back in the wild card. So they're losing a little cabin pressure, I'd say. So here we go. Drew Reed against Yuli Ibanez. So take your picks, guys. I know for anybody that's new, they might not know enough about these two teams, but Orlando does have the better group of talent. They're a better team, I think, than Chicago, but we have seen some upsets in the past. You can kind of look at the lineups and make a pick for yourself on the batting averages and the pitching matchups. But we're out here in Windy City Stadium, one of my favorite stadiums to play a game in. So this is, again, for 50 channel points. Take your pick, Orlando or Chicago. There are the batting averages, so feel free to pause that. And then there's your pitching matchup. Feel free to pause that. Very, very quick, but I will allow your guys' picks up until first pitch, as usual. So let me know in the chat who you got. Who you got? Rico says Orlando. Christian Gamer says Oral. Cough, cough. Josh Vasquez says, I'd rather just pay for players. LOL. That's fine. That's fine. It's completely fine. But the good thing about channel points is that because it's all free, you know, you have the ability to upgrade those players. So let's say you buy a guy, right? Let's say you buy a player, I make the player for you, right? He's pretty good. Like I think they're up to 70. I think $20 is 75A. So there's not a lot of upgrading that you even need to do at that point. Like you get your money's worth at that point. You get the guy for 10 seasons, right? He's a 75A right out of the box, and he's gonna get better. So that's kind of the benefit of that. But let's say you want to kind of go the $3 route, right? You want to get a player that, you know, you're only spending $3 for the guy, and then you're dipping your toe into some channel point stuff and upgrading him for free, basically. It's probably the optimal thing to do, probably. But if you just want to go pay the player route, yeah, go $20. And plus, it's not only focused on GGBL either. Like, there's other perks. I think they're up on the Patreon page. So that goes for Madden, that goes for college football, that goes for other series that I run on the channel. So my main channel, I should say. All right, so Yuli Ibanez, one of the better pitchers in the GGBL, probably not as well known because he's on the Chicago Breeze, but he's a submarine-style left-hander with... Oh, what do we got here? Daniel Lederman with a double? Mostly a singles guy, but, you know, hey, Daniel Lederman with 14 doubles on the season. Marine just might have got caught in the glare of the sun. It's a tough play out there. But yeah, he's basically Bartolo Colon from the left side, but he's a submarine. Make that make sense. I'm trying to catch up to you guys. What are you saying here? Sports Game Josh says, I've nabbed 2 renames and 7 customs in the league. I have 10 coming. Oh, yeah, I have 10 coming with the draft. 8 75As and 2 70Bs. Christian Gavers is 10. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I can't be the one to tell you guys. I mean, upgrades, yes, but I can't be the one to tell you guys. If you've got a ton of freaking channel points, I can't sit there and say, no, you can't use them. Who am I to say that? You can't use them. So yeah, if you've got the points and you want to stack this freaking draft class, you go right ahead. Josh has got 10 players coming in. So basically he's going to have a player on every team at that point. Potentially. Like, this is a big draft. And what I'm noticing is a lot of those players that started, those custom guys that started in season 1, you know, they've gotten into that window now where it's 8 seasons, they're 35, they're, you know, 30 years old, 33. And they're starting to get in that regression window, so they're probably going to retire soon. So, you know, just like season 1 was a very crucial draft for the league, season 8 draft is going to be just as important too.
The center fielder, Alonso Gonzalez.
I just need bullpen and I will forge a full team, he says. That's too funny. I mean, we do need a lot of bullpen guys.
The third baseman.
Then again, most of the CPU bullpen guys, they do a pretty good job. And it's one of those deals, it's like, who really cares about bullpen? You know? Who cares? It's bullpen guys. So what? You get a guy that you might see every now and then. There's not as much payoff, I don't think, for a bullpen guy. A closer, that's another thing. Starting pitcher, that's a completely different animal. Relievers, I know we need more of them, but most of those CPU guys, they do a decent job. So we got the Sun Sox and the Breeze. These teams are just my babies, man. I love all of them. All right, quick first inning there. Ibanez and Drew Reed shutting down their opponents here. So Mikey Porter, 15 bombs. He's well on his way to at least 30. And just as a refresher yet again, because we do have some new viewers. Oh, there you go. There you go. Well on his way to 30. He's got 16. Oh, God. Here he goes, Mikey Porter. Just get to home plate, dude. Come on, man. It's taking forever. God. The big guy. 99 overall, Mikey Porter. Just absolutely dunked on that pitch. 406. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I look at Orlando's lineup and I'm like, how does this team not playing better? They're one of those teams that there's some teams that in this league, they just have that part of their DNA. They kind of struggle just a little bit. But what was I talking about? Custom players, draft, relievers. I don't even remember. Oh my God, Chinbeard, why? Since I used to find the draft boring. No longer. Love it now. Oh, there's a drive. Is that one going to carry too? Let's see. Chiatellis is there. Drifting back just a little bit. Got at the warning track. So Chinbeard used to find the draft boring. So was it the old way that we did it, or... I think it's probably the old way that we did it. Basically, it was like I had to rank players based on their overall, and then it would just be like a top-down. First team gets the best player, second team gets the next best player, so on and so forth. But I think the way we do it now is a little bit more fun. It's based on position. So if there's no starting pitching custom player submissions, and the first overall pick is a starting pitcher, that guy stays as a starting pitcher. You know, they basically that team avoided the custom guys.
Batting it, the center fielder.
I just dig the wheel spin when it lands on Vegas. Oh yeah. That's like if there's a tiebreaker or something. I think I'd have to go back and watch. We've done it so many different ways, just trying to find the right mix, and I think we did find the right one, but I'd have to go back and watch how we did it again.
2-2.
Pretty sure it was still based on position though. If we had like more than one. Yeah, how did we do that?
Ball 3. 3 balls. 2 strikes.
I'll figure it out. Oh, gotcha. Yeah. In general, I just love the spin. Yeah, no problem. I think there was an element in there for wheel spin. I think it was a tiebreaker or something.
Leading off,
Like between what player should it be, you know? I think that's so. You got the team. They would draft a third baseman, but we got 2 third basemen with the same overall rating, same potential, same overall rating. I can't make the decision for the team, so we got to figure out who it was. So then it would just be a wheel spin to break the tie. But yeah, free agency, wheel spins. That's all off-season stuff. Yeah. Josh, does this MLB have the theme? Nope, they don't. That one's 25. I think even 20. So 24 they had it too.
Ball 4.
All right, so Chucky Morton's on. We got a runner on with 1 down. We got 262 Ray Santana. So now you got the. Again, Windy City Park is tough. So not only in Chicago do you have to deal with the wind as an outfielder, that's always tough. Now you got to deal with the shade and the pockets of sunlight that are there. Like, look at where the catcher is right there. The ball is going in from light to shadow to light to shade. It's insane. Like, good luck. 87-mile-an-hour slider. Good luck. Honestly, can't remember how the draft was in the beginning. I complained about it one night and you gave me shit. But you know it's all in good fun, though. You know it's all love. Like, that's not... I like to get your guys. I like to get the feedback. Like I live for the feedback, man. There's one thing that if you need to know anything about me as a person, there's probably one thing that I'd probably just want everybody to know. I don't like to waste my time. That's just me in general. I don't like to waste my time. If I'm doing something that is not efficient, is stupid, is not fun, if it's boring, I want to know, man. Because there's a big pet peeve of mine is somebody who's just completely unaware that, hey man, this is probably not the best way to do it. Like that actually bugs the crap out of me. So if I'm doing that, I want to know. I want people to tell me, hey, Goldie, there's probably a better way to do the draft. Here's my idea. Or, you know, hey, there's probably a better way to run free agency. Here's my idea. So that's why on the main channel I'm always asking for feedback. You know, what would you do with this series? What would you do with that series? And sometimes for some people it, you know, makes them mad because it's just like, dude, just create the content, just create the videos. It doesn't matter. This is your channel. You do what you want. It's like, well, dude, like the point is I'm trying to make it entertaining for everybody, and if I'm just not, I'm never gonna know. I'm gonna keep doing the same things over and over and over and over and over and over again, and I'm never gonna know. I'll be none the wiser. Yes, that's the biggest thing. I love interaction. Yep. All right, Sun Sox up 1-0. They got 3 hits. The Breeze, however, have nothing. There being no hit. So I know once we get into quick manage, there'll probably be some hits given up. But man, the Breeze, they just struggle offensively. Did he just drop that? No. Here you go, man. I just don't say these things. I don't just say these things. Look at this. He dropped it. No way, man. No way, dude. What's he looking at up here? Yeah, those clouds, dude. It's the glare and everything, man. It'll throw you off. The wind in Chicago. I don't just say this stuff just to say it. Like it matters. It matters. Christian Gamers, yeah, problem is I can't think of feedback. I want to give you a good answer, but I never have one. That's fine. If you don't have any, then you don't have any. If you're enjoying it, you're enjoying it. You know, but there might be somebody out there that says, hey, man, I think you think your stuff has potential, but, you know, there's some things that aren't good about it. It's because it's not Palazzo. Yes, exactly. Facing the wrong way, says Shinbeard. Yes. Very well could have been. Yeah. Well, I think Chinbeard, don't you catch? I thought you were a catcher. You know that better than me. It hit him in the face, it looks like. Chinbeard says, I think you found the right methods now at GGBL. Everything makes sense and moves, even with the streams, adding the gameplay and sim action. Yep. Yeah, it only took me a while to figure it out. That's the thing, like when you're running a league like this, even if it's Madden, if it's 2K, if it's, you know, a series on YouTube, you've got the group of people that all they care, like, they love gameplay, and they're really adamant about the fact that I want to see gameplay. It's the only way that you're really going to figure out who's the best team, right? Sim gets a little weird, gets a little wonky. But with baseball, you get 162 games. Like, it's not possible to run a league like this and do 162 games. Like, no. You'll never get through it. So there's almost like a give and take with the community and me, the creator. Like, there's a give and take. Like, hey, there's going to be some games, but there's going to be a lot of sim. And I think we got to be cool with that. I think we got to be okay with that. But for a long time it was, no, man, I got to get full game action. I got to get as many highlights as I can. And, you know, it's gotten to a point where it's like we want to get through as many seasons as we possibly can. You know? So, let's get some more sim. All right, so now we're here in the top of the fourth. We have to get into sim. I know that Chicago is throwing a no-no at this point, but we got to keep it moving. So, we'll follow along and see if they can actually complete the no-no. We've never seen a no-hitter in GGBL gameplay ever, so I'm got my fingers crossed that this is going to happen. All right, so Yuli up against the 3-4-5. It's going to get those guys. We got Reed, strikeout, ground out, ground out. Strikeout, ground out, ground out. Fly out, walk, fly out. Okay, so he's still got it intact. We got to get to the 7th. So Yuli, fly out, strikeout, fly out. double by Gonzalez, and then a double here is going to score a run. So it is 1-1 in the top of the 7th, and it has been a pitching duel. 1-1 game, and I'd like to now open this up again for more channel points. Because it is a 1-1 game going into the last 3 innings of the ball game. So I am going to ask you guys this question here. Because it is Windy City Park, and you can see the wind out there blowing from left to right field at 5 miles an hour. Will there be a home run? I don't care who it is. You'll get some bonus points if you guess which team it is, if you want to throw that in there. Will there be a home run hit by either team in the last 3 innings? If you want 100 channel points, that's what it's going to be worth. 50 will be awarded if you guess the right team. So you say, yes, there will be a home run. That's worth 100. And if you guess Orlando and Boston hits, or sorry, let's see the B. If Chicago hits the home run, you don't get the 50. So there's a potential that you could get 150 channel points if you guess it right. So will there be a home run hit? Yes or no? And of course, if there's not anything hit, then you just stick with the 100 channel points. So it's almost like you should, it's setting up to where you should probably take the 150 chance, the 150 shot. But, you know, if there's no home runs hit at all, then you, which would be the odds would be in that favor. But you'd leave 100 channel points on the board for saying yes. Josh says yes on Orlando. Okay. Ooh, you guys are, what are you guys talking about here? It's a lot. Not to talk about another series, but take the human element out of the defunct college football series, and it might have lasted. I don't know. I'd probably disagree. We had the human element going on with that Big 12 series for Team Builder. We had my brother and I both playing. People still watched, but I think the draw. I think the draw of that series was definitely all the storylines at play, and you had a little bit of everything. You could actually see CPU versus CPU. That's a big factor. I think that's kind of what you're hitting at, is that you didn't have the ability to watch a CPU versus CPU game like what we're doing right now. You don't have the ability to do that in college football 25 or 26. You have to user the team and then get into Super Sim to do it. But when you've got Team Builder, when you got the Team Builder element, because it needs to be online franchise or online dynasty, you can only user one team. All you'd have to do is, yeah, you just have to Super Sim with that one team all the time, and that's I don't know, it's a little boring, I think. Maybe I'm crazy though, but yeah. If you were able to user, or at least just watch CPU versus CPU games in college football, then that Pac-16 series would have been perfect. But couldn't do it. Game wouldn't allow it, and there you go. Yep, not being able to watch other games killed my mood with that game. Yep, for sure. Maybe, but I think it wouldn't have been much good because we'd only see Santa. Yeah, exactly. Beauty of channel points is usually you don't get the chance to lose channel. Yes, exactly. Yep. You can't lose them. You can only win them. You can't lose them. Christian Gamer says if they bring it to offline, we could do that again. They would never bring it in because it makes too much sense. Yeah, yeah. If it's... I always think about that Office quote from Dwight Schrute. You know, whenever I'm about ready to make a decision, I think, I ask myself, would an idiot do that? And if I say yes, then I do not do that thing. What a motto to live your life by. But that's what EA does. Would an idiot do that? Yes. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. But yeah, I mean, you guys are on it. If they had a way to get Team Builder in an offline function, just like it used to be, like you still had to be connected to the internet to download the teams. But like once they're downloaded, they're like they should be on your hard drive. You should be able to load them into an offline dynasty and use them from there. That's how it should work. But it doesn't. And if you could do that, then of course you could user all the teams you want and then manage them. Recruiting, lineups, red shirts, whatever, depth charts, all that stuff. Even if they couldn't do that, at least allow us to watch other games. Like if I want to watch the national championship because I'm invested in my dynasty, like why can't I do that? I gotta look at the box score. I gotta look at the sim. Like that's not fun, you know. It's not very fun. I'd love to watch that thing play out and see what happens to get, you know, a little bit more immersed into my dynasty file. You know, it's crazy. It's just crazy that they don't have something like that. But if they did, even something as simple as that, just being able to watch other games, you could still load in all those 16 Team Builder teams, and then you could at least watch the games. You wouldn't be able to control them, and that's fine. You know, we can't be too picky out here with EA. But if they just allowed for that to happen, I'd be a happy man, and I think that would go a long way with that style of content for sure. All right, guys. Well, we're here in the bottom of the 8th. Still 1-1 game. We're still tied. Yeah, everybody's looking for a home run from somebody. Bones Delgado. I don't think I've ever seen this guy pitch. But then again, I probably haven't. I just don't remember. But this is a Rico Ramos custom pitcher, and man, he's looking pretty darn good. Two-seam fastball high and away, and you somehow get a swing on that. It's crazy. 1-2, the deuce. Yep. The 12-6 curve. You called it. Got another strikeout. 2 Ks in the innings for Bones. He's kind of been that flex starter / reliever for most of his career in the GGBL. I'd like to look up his stats real quick. We got a deep drive to left field, and Delgado flies out to Marshall Langston, and that's going to do it. So this is actually Bones' first season as a GGBL arm. So he's worked his way up. He's 22 years old, 86 overall. So that's a perfect example, by the way, of channel points. Being able to progress that guy at 22. It's been moving up the system there very, very quickly. But that's kind of his role, I guess is what I meant to say. That's his role. It's like a long reliever / you know, can start. He is a starting pitcher, but he's in the long relief role. They're just stacked with the pitching rotation. Ah, yes, it was a rename. That's another one, Josh. There you go, if you're still here. I offer you guys a chance to rename players that are already built. They're already, like, in the draft. You don't have to make your guy. I can rename somebody. So as a patron or a YouTube channel member, you get one for free every year. Every single year you get one for free. Then you also have the ability to use your channel points to buy a rename. Deep drive by Daniel Lederman. Is this one going to go? Oh, it's just off the wall. Oh, man. Guys, for those of y'all that said you're going to get a home run, you missed it by maybe 5 feet. But Orlando is in business here. I think everybody picked the Sun Sox. You got Marshall Langston here, 0 for 3. He's due. Swung on a miss. Tough sinker pitch. 2-2. Oh, tough one right there. You know, if that was 97, I still think he takes it. But 93, it's tempting, right? That 4-mile-an-hour difference is tempting to go after it, go dig it out. That's a ground ball base hit. Langston's going to drive home the run. It is 2-1. Lederman's going to score. Langston's in with a single. Sun Sox come up big time here in the top of the 9th. And they might be able to tack on at least one more. Langston's got speed. He likes to run. He's actually stealing on that pitch. Here's the 1-2 deep drive to center, and with one down, he'll go halfway. That's Langston. He'll get back to first. Sun Sox finding some power in those swings. See if Mikey Porter can come through yet again here. 1-1 pitch, a little outside. Yeah, I can check later unless you found it. Looks like you might have found it. Zayden Bats. My first rename was always going to be a project, a 55C reliever with very low velo. Jacoby Sanderlin. Dude, my renames have been all right. Clark Sheely for Iowa. Finally making his GGBL debut this year as a rookie. Third baseman there for Iowa. 3-2 here to Porter. Struck him out. Check swing. He offered at it. But Langston comes through. That's my boy, Marshall Langston. International prospect, by the way. So that's another piece right there. So if you don't want a 21-year-old player that goes into the draft, that basically is being drafted out of college, you can go with an international prospect, which is 25 years old, but he's a little better the first year he comes into the GGBL. He's just a little bit better than he would be if he was drafted. So that's another little added perk. So you trade the years of service for the better overall rating. All right, so the Sun Sox are up 2-1. We've got Shea Gallo. He's been a reliever here for the Sun Sox and the Philadelphia Flight. Same franchise, same organization. Of course, we know the Flight relocated out here to Orlando, Florida. He's been with the team ever since. Trying to lock down this W here. Deep drive to center, but underneath it is center fielder making the play there. So we got 2 down. Chucky Morton steps up, already in a 1-2 hole. Last strike for the breeze, and there is a big breeze on that slider. Morton offered at a pitch in the dirt, and Bones Delgado will get the win here for the Sun Sox. I love the Sun Sox lineup this season. I really like what they're doing with this club, but they just haven't really put it all together this year. They actually did not have a great year last year either. So it's kind of a weird mix of players right now. I like what they're doing, though. I think they're going to find their stride here. I think they'll make the playoffs, but you know, they are running out of time here to get it back going. They're 36 and 32, so they are picking it up just a little bit here. They had a nice stretch against Chicago with that 2-game winning streak. But yeah, look at what they've been doing here. They've won the series against Atlanta. They won the series against Richmond. Now they won the series here against Chicago. So yeah, I like what the Sun Sox are doing. They're coming back just a touch, and this might be a good month for them, how it's shaping up to be. But we are at midnight, guys, and honestly, looking here at the schedule, I think I wanted KC and Atlanta. That's one. We also had New Orleans and Nashville, but we've already seen Nashville. They don't really play anybody else that we haven't seen. Anybody good that we haven't seen. We've seen Nashville tonight. We've seen Minnesota. So unfortunately for New Orleans, I think that they're kind of out of the mix here for a game to be watched. You got Seattle and Wisconsin, but we've already seen Wisconsin. We've seen Seattle, San Fran for quite a while. The Knights are out of the playoff picture right now, so no need to show them. San Diego, same deal. And San Fran and Phoenix, probably my next game that I would love to show you all. New York and Phoenix would be another one. Sorry, New York and Vegas would be another one. And that is it. So basically 2 more games. And I just don't know if I got the time. It's midnight, 12:10. I was hoping that this would have been a little bit faster. I don't know if I have the time, guys. It's a tough call. I really wanted to see that Phoenix and San Fran game. New York and Vegas would have been cool too. What the heck? We got time. I'm good. Let's go. We're going to sim up until that point. So New York, the storyline here, they've lost 2 straight games. And they're struggling. They're 38 and 32. They have, what is that? 5 wins? 5 wins on the month? 7 losses. They're 5 and 7 in the month of June. So they are losing a little bit of their momentum that they had earlier in the year. So they're still in first place. They're 5 and 5 in their last 10. But the Swamp Monsters are on the come up. The Hammers are on the come up. Michigan is 2 and 8. What is going on with Michigan? It's crazy. I think we're gonna do this right here. So we've got 2 and 4 Draymond Cope against Martin Serrato, 7 and 1 Tobias Hemphill against Talon Zikafus, Tony Salsa against Maurice Hilton. I kind of like this matchup right here. New York and Vegas, Cope against Serrato. I got to remind myself about Serrato. I don't know if he is a... Yeah, 28 years old. So this guy was actually over from GGBL 2021. So he is a custom, quote-unquote, custom player. Phoenix, they're 5 and 5. Nuggets are 8 and 2. So the Nuggets are really, really hot right now. So this is the game we're going to watch. So make your picks. Vegas and New York. And that will set us up for probably well, not yeah. I can go live tomorrow night. Take your pick. New York or Vegas. Both teams are in first place in their respective divisions. I am going to take the Nuggets. I think they're a much better team. I think Draymond Cope has got some problems. He's my guy. He's my player. He's my rename. Cope has shown some struggles with command. So I'll take Vegas in this one. But, yeah. I think we'll do this one. I'll go live tomorrow night. I do have baseball 8 o'clock tomorrow. So I'll be home at like 10. So we'll kind of have like a little game of the week or something. San Fran and Phoenix. So we'll get that one out of the way. Unless this one goes pretty quick. We'll feel it out. Gotta feel it out. So if we do that, if we are able to get San Fran and Phoenix, if we get that game in here tonight, then we'll simulate the rest of June. We'll see award races and all that stuff. See where we stand. And next time I see you guys, we'll get into the draft on next Friday night. Well, would be this Friday night, actually. The 15th. August 15th will be the draft. So New York's already threatening here. We got Bendito Ramriez, 288 against the lefty Serrato. Here's a drive. Popped him up. Playable there for Ariano. Christian Gamer. I still can't get over Baza. Baza Beasley not working out. Went from Rookie of the Year candidate to absolute failure of a player. Yeah, it's just weird. It's weird. But that's the good thing about the league, though. As unfortunate as it is that, you know, some players, they just don't work out. It's just the way it goes. Ooh. That's a pretty gross pitch. Like, there's a reason why that guy, like Randall James, bunch of home runs, swung at that. Like, he's not a complete buffoon. Oh! Ryan Shannon. 3-run dinger. Nuked. Man, you guys are on the ball, man. Like, yeah, I'll pick New York. 3-0. Sports Gaming Josh says New York. Josh says New York. Chinbeer's got Vegas. Rico says New York. Me and Christian Gamer said Vegas. Ryan Shannon is definitely one of those underappreciated guys for sure. Yep. I would agree with that. He kind of got lost out there in LA. He was a little bit lost in LA. Didn't seem to make enough waves. And then now he comes out here to New York and he's having a great season. All right, here we go. So a 3-0 lead to start out for Draymond Cope. That's all you can ask for as a starting pitcher. Give me a lead, and I'll just go out here and do the rest. Oh, man. Not candidate, actual Rookie of the Year. Well, see, guys, I forget that stuff sometimes. Like, after a while, it starts blending in, you know? I get 8 seasons of a library in my brain of GGBL stuff. It's hard to keep track, but that's why I'm thankful for you guys, because you got all your custom guys, like, you know this stuff. But, yeah, not a candidate. He was actual Rookie of the Year. It's so frustrating. I had a whole storyline planned for his kids, assuming GGBL goes that long. Now I don't want to know if I want to use it. I'm not laughing at you, David. I'm laughing just about the craziness of it. You know, that's a nice play at short. Like, sometimes it works out that way. Like I was talking about it earlier with Josh. Look at Crosley Katz's numbers. 344 this year. Good Lord. He's raking. But there's a line drive to the left. Bierbauer's got that one, and that's the end of the first. So good inning there by Draymond Cope and the Pizzazz. Of course, play on words with the logo with the pizza. The New York Pizzas. They're the Pizzazz. New York Pizzazz. Yeah, it sucks. You know, like I'm right there with you. I wish that Ricky Holberman had done something, had done enough to warrant all the marketing that was done for this guy, you know, on my part. Yeah, this guy's good, this guy's a legend, and and never did anything. So then it started to become, then the storyline started to become, oh, he's getting older and he's not the same Ricky Holberman. Beautiful double play turned by Robert Thacker. But yeah, like why do some players that have worse attributes, why do they play better? Why do they play better than guys that have better attributes? Is it actually stance? Is it tendency? Is it hot zones? Is it certain attributes that are, you know, that get built in? That, like, what is it? What's the secret sauce? It's hard. It's hard to figure that out. Really hard to figure that out. Like, you think you could get it down to a science, you know, because it's still a video game. Like awareness in college football 14. Awareness. If you have 0 awareness, you're gonna suck. If you have 99 awareness, you're gonna do really, really well. College football 25, speed and change of direction. In 26, I guess I should say. That type of stuff, you know? I think a lot of it in MLB The Show is based on vision. Vision, discipline, and clutch. Those are probably the 3 things that I feel like with hitters really helps them out. Walks and hits per 9, like the per 9 basis numbers for pitchers obviously really help them out. So those things got to be good. But yeah, I mean, again, I've seen players that with worse attributes than compared to dudes like with really good attributes. Even in those attributes that I just talked about. Some players are better than others, and it's like the ratings don't dictate that. So what's up? It's hard to figure out. So in your case, where you know, Baza was rookie of the year, and then he just fell off the face of the earth like he was a one-hit wonder, and that's just, I don't know, it's a storyline. And you take it and you run with it, and you know, it sucks for you, but you know, for everybody else, it's like it's a storyline. You know, it makes it. That's what makes the league cool. So sometimes you got to take those ones on the chin, and be like, yeah, man, the guy didn't work out. He didn't work out. I'll try it again with my other dudes. You know, Draymond Cope, man. I underestimated my own guy's ability. I should have taken my own boy. That's my boy, Draymond Cope. Another storyline there for Chinbeard. Yeah, that he's playing against the team that he left. Brody Bush signed a big contract here to Vegas. He was a New York guy through and through, and
That's ball 2.
decided he wanted the big payday out there in Vegas. And it's really surprising that, you know, New York's playing better baseball. Vegas has been a playoff contender for quite some time, and now they got really good. The Nuggets got really good this offseason. There's a line drive base hit by the leadoff guy, Scott Dorda. He could be a stolen base candidate here. Got to watch out for it. But yeah, Vegas has been trying to get over that hump. They've always had to look up to Phoenix. And right now in first place in the AL West. Now we got another double play opportunity for Thacker. Look at this turn over there. Nice job. Serrato said, don't worry, buddy. I got this one. No more 3-6-3s. We got 3-6-1. But you got to get on your horse and get over there. Nice. Yeah, but this season's a lot different for Las Vegas. They made all those moves, and it's paying off right now. Phoenix is still an incredible team. Like, they're just stacked everywhere. Pitching, hitting. The lineup is crazy. The pitching staff is nuts. But Vegas has won the series they've needed to win. They're getting some good offensive numbers here. Good production. Ground ball here to third. Shannon's got that one, and that's out number 1. So 9-1-2. William Koo is a 3-time All-Star. 23, 24, and 25. And he did all that with, I believe, Orlando. He was with Philadelphia, I believe. So let's see his player card. What do we got here? Yeah, Orlando. He had 1 year in Wisconsin. 1 year that he didn't play. He was stuck in the minors. Then 1 year in Wisconsin. 1 year he didn't play again. And so now he's stuck around here with Vegas. Oh, there's a deep drive by Koo. Look at this. Is that baby gone? It is! Solo shot for William Koo off the lefty Draymond Cope. As a rookie, you know he's going to have those struggles, but Koo, the wily veteran, there's a reason this guy sticks around some GGBL clubs. He can do that. Grant you a bomb every now and then. So that's never a good feeling as a starting pitcher. You give up a home run to the 9-hole guy, and then now you got to go get the top of the order. The Koo Birds are singing. Yeah, the Koo Birds. So 3-1 game. New York still on top. Still in the driver's seat. Nothing hurt. What does that mean? Heart. Hurt and harmed. Combo word. Heart. Nothing hurt. Nothing hurt. But we might get into some trouble right here. 2-2 pitch to Crowsley Cats. Just right before we get into sim territory. There's a line drive to center. Bendito's got that. And that'll do it. So New York hangs on to the lead. But William Koo, how are you? Boom. Goodbye. All right, so top of the 4th we go. And again, we got to go to New York because they're winning. And do a little quick manage, fast forward, and here we go. So ground out, pop up, strikeout. Oh, K, fly out, K. Fly out, single, fly out, ground out. A lot of outs. Solo bomb for Joe Warren. A single for Cruz, a walk, and a ground out. Okay, so New York still with the lead. Cope has been burned by 2 solo home runs. Serrato has got a winning record. I don't know if you guys have noticed that before you made your picks, but he's 7-1. Losing right now. He's on the verge of throwing a quality start. We'll see if he gets replaced. Yep, he does. Pop up, ground out, ground out. And Cope is still out there. Still grinding away. He's got to get Dugan, Thacker, and Warren. So this, again, this lineup is nuts. Everywhere this lineup can hit. So we'll see. Ground out, strikeout, and a solo bomb by Joe Warren. You got 2 more singles. And Cope is burned by the long ball. It's tied in the top of the 7th. And here we go. So we've had some great games tonight. A lot of close matchups. Dalton. Crazy G. Crazig. What's up, man? 21 series had a mix of real players and customs. It was interesting. Yeah, it was weird. It was a little weird. Bryce Harper on the Bryce Harper was on the New York Pizzazz. Let's see. I had Shohei Ohtani on the Minnesota Jacks. Like he was like a 30 or 20 overall or something, and then I was gonna just bump him up. So he was making the decision. Like eventually Shohei Ohtani was gonna come over. Eventually Mike Trout was gonna come over. It was fun. It was a fun way to do it. Sometimes I miss it, you know. But over time, those guys were gonna get old. They were gonna retire, and you're gonna be left with custom players in the end anyway, right? So it's one of those deals. It's either you go all in with MLB players, you just reshuffle the MLB completely. It's like basically a fantasy draft, but with custom teams. So you go all in that way, or you go all in with customs. If you do the in-between, it gets a little weird. Another ground ball, double play. Oh my goodness, Thacker. Jeez, this guy is a machine over there at first base. It's insane. You said it right the first time, you dope. Crazy G. It's not Crazig. I thought it was Crazig. Josh says, are you planning to move up to 25 or 26? Well, it's exactly what Christian Gamer said right there. If they make a big leap in franchise mode from 25 to 26, then I'll definitely be considering it for sure. The only thing is if they do that and they make it really, really tempting, I'm not going to be able to spend a ton of time like recreating Fernando Gomez. Gomez. Or I mean, I'll make Brody Bush custom player. I'll make him again. But it'll basically be like a different GGBL universe. It'll be like Marvel. It'll be like the multiverse of the GGBL. Because that'd be crazy. To make or recreate all 93 man rosters. Get the faces down. Get the height and weights down for every player. It'd be nuts. It'd be crazy. Not enough bang for the buck. That's the big thing.
Take your base, ball 4.
Now back.
Yep.
Number 22.
And honestly, I love the free agent system now. I love it. I think it's awesome. It's the best that it's been. I love it, dude. Like in my Rockies franchise on the main channel, like you're not getting all the players you want. You know, you can't just throw money at them and make them happy and then you get the guy. Like there's an element of randomness to it and I love it. It's so good. It's so good. It's not as a realistic guy, like I know we're doing all this custom stuff and it's completely not realistic at all. But this is like my break away from all the realistic stuff that I try to put together. But that free agent system is awesome. I love it. But for me to like move over this league to like recreate a different like universe of this, I think It'd have to be something where you get like international free agents, or you get a new and improved scouting system, or maybe it's like you could actually create draft prospects for the draft. Like, you don't have to go through the draft. Those drafted players don't show up on the roster until the off season. Then I get to edit them. Then I get to create them, basically. If they had something like that, where you could like create a draft class, you could edit a draft class, like, I'm all in. That would be enough to move me over, because that just helps the logistics of the league. Like, it just makes sense. Plus, you get everything else. You get the free agent system. You get the, how the draft works and all that stuff. So, I honestly thought about it for 25 because of the free agent system. I thought that would have been sweet, because even that makes our free agent system in our off season a lot easier. Like, I don't have to say, yeah, we're going to spin a wheel to determine where this guy goes, because then now the game's doing it, not me. The game's doing it. And the only reason why I'm doing it is because I don't want to have a hand in it. I don't want to get blamed for, having a bias with some teams versus the others. So that's why we implement the wheel and do the spinning and all that stuff. But, oh, what a play. What a job of hitting there by Scott Dorda. They ran Mel Pineda. I don't think he's going home. That's the catcher. Mel Pineda was on the move. It was a little hit and run. They pulled the second baseman over to the bag. Dorda goes the other way right through that hole. Perfectly timed. And now in the top of the eighth, they got Joel Cardona coming up. He's not hitting for a high average, but he's 1 for 3 today. He got 200 batting average with runners in scoring position. He's batting second today. So, manager for the Pizzazz must have thought that he had some good looks with his swing, because I don't know, putting a guy up there that's hitting under 200. We'll see. 2-2 pitch. Okay, maybe he's on the bounce back. Maybe he's trending up a little bit, because that was a tough pitch to lay off of, and he did. Angeles has got an interesting windup. He does get the job done. There you go. Drive to left. Katz is under this one. Throw's going to be on line, but not on time. Pineda scores. The Pizzazz will take the lead. So everybody that picked Vegas on the edge of their seats right now. Tie game. New York scored 3 runs in the very first inning. Cope had a 3-0 lead and gave up 3 solo home runs in his outing to make it 3-3. But now you got to drive to the left, and Katz is there to make the catch. And we will head over to the bottom of the 8th inning with Kyle Fontenot. Got to go get 6, 7, and 8. That's Thacker, Warren, and Aitken. Really deadly bottom half of the order here. Rico says, I would just start over, give Patreons a couple guys. Picture Gamer says, yeah, I would say everyone gets to pick 3 to 5 customs they want to carry over to the new one if we do move. Gaming Josh says, I think even having it where it doesn't carry the guy from the previous series, but you just get to create a new custom in the new one, and if you choose, right. I see where you're going with that. That way that there's like a clean break. There's a clean break. There's like, here's your guys that lived out in 23, and now this is like a different multiverse. These guys never existed. You never know. When I finally, reach a point in time where I'm too old for this stuff. Maybe there's a little maybe there's a video that just closes the whole thing off, and it's just all part of Ricky Holderman's dream. Because Holderman's coming into the GGBL every single iteration. I don't care if it's 25, or I don't care if it's 26, 27, 20. I don't know. I don't care. He's coming into every single iteration. It was all a part of his dream. He had all these different dreams of
Now batting, the catcher, Johnny.
this league, of the GGBL.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And then he just wakes up. He wakes up from his dream, and then it's all over. GGBL is over. It was all just a dream. It's such a cop-out, though. When movies do that stuff or TV shows do that stuff. Oh, it's just a dream. Yeah, just a dream. It's just a major cop-out. Oh, what a catch. Beer Bauer. Nice play right there. So we go to the top of the 8th. Chaz Worthington. Look at those splits. Average versus righties. Average versus lefties. Under .1. He's under what? 100 batting average against righties. Lefties is a completely different story. That's crazy. That's nasty. That slider. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, dang it. I don't know if we're going to be able to see it. Shoot. I don't know. That was just nasty. Look at this thing. I mean, look, that release point, guys, it's like right at your freaking chest. And then all of a sudden, it's just way too late. He was late. Oh, yeah, he was way late. Like, look at that. Look at the bat angle. He was late on the slider. That's disgusting. Worthington's got it, dude. GGBL Groundhog Day.
Count is 3 and 2.
Christian Gamer says, LOL. It's just a video of you waking up and going, it was all a dream? Yeah, basically, yeah. Basically. Sports Gaming Josh, the last GGBL 23 video stream just goes, and then I woke up. Absolute cinema. Absolute cinema. Yeah, think about that. All the hours that you guys watched this, it wasn't real. I mean, you should know that by now anyway, right? You should know that all by now, right? It's not real. Psst. It's pixel people. It's not real anyway. It's a dream anyway, as it is. Yeah, that's what I would think. I would think that that's how I would end it, probably. Is that, you know, I would just a highly edited, like, professional type of video that wakes Ricky Holberman up.
He's out.
Now batting, number 29.
And then it was all just a dream. You know how it should end. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, because it almost feels like I'm trying to end it, but I'm not. And I'd kind of spoil the surprise if I did. Maybe I shouldn't tell you this. I would be so pissed, but also be dying. Why would you be mad? Why would you be mad? I feel like, David, I feel like sometimes you got some emotions, man. You got some emotions.
Now batting, the first baseman, Aubrey Schneider.
I feel like sometimes there are some people in the community where if GGBL takes a step back, they get mad. I think David's one of those people. Maybe I'm wrong. You tell me. Running fastball, 95. Blew it by. Blow it by him. All right, Alvaro Nava. Remember this dude, guys? This guy really struggled on opening day. I think I remember him having some good stuff, but we'll see if he figures this out here in the bottom of the ninth, trying to shut down Vegas. Again, my picks have been awful tonight. Picking Vegas, we're down by 1. A lot of you guys picked New York. You've been doing well. Mainly anger and joy, not much more. Any other emotion doesn't come through. Oh my God, did he do it again? Oh! I was reading the comment, I didn't see the contact. I heard it, and I turned my head, and then Bierauer was just driving back. I'm either joyful, angry, or content. Well, that makes a lot of us, huh? All right, Nelson De La Cruz, base hit. So Nava already given up some hard hit. Some hard contact here. 1-1 here to Ariano. Ariano is the type of player, guys, that can win it on one swing. You guys will look at his stats here real quick. 96 contact against lefties, 94 against righties, and look at the power against those righties, 94. 73 contact, 94 power. The clutch is a good rating at 71. Discipline 86. You guys can see what he's done in his past. You guys know about George Ariano. He's a big-time hitter. So this was a big get for the Nuggets in the offseason. We'll see if he can put the team on his back right here and get it done. Here's the 2-2. All 3. Honestly, I don't really know what I'd do. You got Crosley Katz coming up next, and you know his batting average is super high, but you just don't want to lose the battle here to Ariano. Got him. Wow. Wow. Change-up. Inside change-up. I know that he's probably wanting to get that thing a little lower, but that was a really good pitch to hit. And Ariano can't come through. So it's up to Crosley Katz now. Get that graphic off of there. Nope, not going to happen, is it? Yep, go away. 3-1 to Katz. Line drive, fly ball actually out there to right. That'll do it. The Pizzazz will get a dub. And you guys have been killing it, man. A lot of you guys are doing really well with the channel points pick'em. Picking New York over Vegas. That wouldn't have been my pick. So we had a little bit of an upset here tonight. Shannon's your player of the game, 1 for 3 bomb and 3 ribbies. And other notables there, Scott Dorda 3 for 4, Pineda 2 for 3. But you know, that run scoring for New York, where they had the hit and run on, Dorda able to control the bat head, and of course Pineda running on the play, a little hit and run action, moving the second baseman over to cover the bag, wide open space there for Dorda's base hit. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's good baseball. Good baseball by the Pizzazz. So, guys, that's actually going to probably do it for the night. Phoenix and San Francisco coming up tomorrow night, but I kind of want to set this up. We'll do a little bit more simming here. And Phoenix, man, dude, they got swept. They got swept by Vegas. And even still, Vegas is only 3 games ahead of them. 3 wins ahead of them, I should say. It's crazy. And then they lost the series against Columbus too. Split against Seattle. So the Emeralds splitting there. Very close games right now. But I'm worried about Phoenix going into this game against San Fran. We'll get Lensko or Clark. Rutgen against Ramos Jr. That's a pretty uneven matchup there. We got Carmona against Monzo. I probably would show that one, because you got Clark, who's the custom pitcher, and everybody else is, you know, especially with San Francisco. Like, I don't know who I know who Rutgen is. He's a custom guy, but Monzo and Lensko are two CPU guys. But I think this would be a good game to show anyway. So that'll be coming up tomorrow night. I will be live after 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time to go live. I got baseball 8 tomorrow, and probably be home at 10 plus o'clock, and we'll go live for this game. I won't put quick counts on since this will be kind of like the game of the week. And then after that game is over, we'll actually simulate the rest of June and set ourselves up for July, which basically means that the next time I see you guys after the stream tomorrow night will be Friday the 15th. So August the 15th will be live, and that'll be the GGBL Season 8 draft, which will be fun. So we'll do the draft, we'll do the All-Star festivities, we'll also sim to the trade deadline, to the trade day. So for those of you guys that are new, trade day for the GGBL, there's no trade deadline, so you can't make trades during the season. It's only trade day. So there's a wild frenzy of moves that happen usually. In the past, like, couple seasons, we haven't done a lot of trades just because we're trying to move through, make up for some lost time. But I'm thinking I'm going to do that this season. I'm going to come up with a different way to do trades this year. I'm going to come up with a different way. Instead of doing, like, I'm going to come up with the moves and the ideas, I think I've got another way to do this and make it kind of fun for you guys. So we'll more information on that as we get closer. But yeah, this will be next Friday, the 15th. So we'll do all the All-Star stuff. We'll have some channel points contests to work through, and of course the draft will be fun too. So it's going to be a little bit longer of a stream, but it will be fun. And then after the draft, I'll get all those trades processed. We'll just simulate the month of August. And what we usually do from there is we'd like to get into the last week of September just to see if there's any extra games we want to watch to really solidify the playoff picture. So yeah, that's how the league usually works. So pretty quick to move through each season. It's just the off season that takes forever. So kind of to the point we were just talking about, if 26 somehow makes the off season like less about the user and more about randomness and more about, smarter moves by the CPU, then I'm all for it. I'd highly consider it. So, but we'll see. All right, let's see what you guys are saying here in the chat. Let's see. If you wanted to still see the San Fran Phoenix game, but not the format we're doing, we could do a full sim of the game or do a game of the week tomorrow. I'm cool with anything. A full sim of the game? Like, you just straight up sim it? I don't know. I think we might have more fun. That's a good point, though, Josh. That's a good point. Because that's kind of a late night. That's a late night for me. It's already 1 a.m, though. Oh, it's tough. It's tough. Josh says, unfortunately, I'll be away without internet the weekend of the draft stream. Can't wait to look back at it. Can you look where Taylor Tackett is? Taylor Tackett. Taylor Tackett. I didn't do any renames yet, by the way. Just so you know. Seattle. 19 years old. It's progressing a little nicely there. So, man, this dude's got some good numbers. 74, 73, 60. Yeah, he's pretty good. Pretty good hitter. You know what? I kind of like that idea, guys. Because then what I could do is I actually have more time. So on Monday, I'll be able to get ready for the draft. So we can actually push the draft up a couple days versus having it on a Friday. And the only reason why I would say to do it on a Friday is if I actually had to stream this game. So if we just sim it right now, and see just kind of how they stacked up against San Fran, or vice versa, we could end the stream tonight in July and then do a stream on Wednesday. Do the draft on Wednesday. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. Good thinking, Josh. All right, Spencer Clark against Lenskow. That's a loss for Phoenix. 10-1 loss. That ERA went way up for Spencer Clark. He had like a 3.95, I think it was. Yeah, he gave up 6 earned runs across 3 innings. Infante gave up 4 earned runs. So, yeah, San Francisco's legit. I think that's what we're figuring out right here. Carson Willard, grand slam. 1 for 3. He does have a home run to his credit, and the 1 hit drove in 4 ribbies. So, yeah, grand slam. Ernesto Valentin, 4 for 5. Of course, I know that guy loves to hit against left-handers. 14 hits for the Grizzlies. So, and they also won 9-2 over Rico Ramos Jr. Phoenix's offense, they had a home run from Quevedo, a 2-run shot, but Ramos Jr., 6 runs, 5 of which were earned. Infante threw another 3 innings in this one and gave up nothing. But Vito Vega, 2 for 4, 3 ribbies. Carson Willard, again, driving in a bunch of runs. Dude, how do you have Carson Willard as the 8-hole hitter? That's insane. So, dude, I think San Francisco's going to win the whole thing. Like, I picked him at the beginning of the year. Then Juwan Rutkin, 13 strikeouts. Are you kidding me? And they swept them. They swept them. They swept Phoenix. 5-2 win for the Grizzlies right there. And you know what? That's what's insane. The Grizzlies swept them 3-0, and they're still only 1 game better in the win-loss column than Phoenix. So Phoenix is they're not like Phoenix is one of the best teams, right? They might be the best team when it's all said and done. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, Vegas is playing really, really well right now too. They're 49-28. So you can't count out Phoenix just based on one series loss. But San Francisco, dude, like, if there's any team that can challenge Phoenix, I think we found out who it is. It's San Fran. And we know that lineup's nuts, but at the deadline, they're going to have to add some pitching. They have to. San Francisco's got to add some pitching. Like, I don't think that they're going to get through an entire... Like, I mean, the back end of the bullpen is very, very good. Hitchcock, Kimball, Romero, Jeffrey Kang. As a relief pitcher, he's an 85 overall relief pitcher. As an A overall. Like, what? What? Never seen that before. I actually have never seen that before. An A potential relief pitcher. What is that? But, yeah, I mean, they're posting some pretty good numbers. And, you know, like in the show, again, I've mentioned it before, but like a 5.62, that's basically like a 3.8 in the GGBL. But Lensko's pitching well, that 119 whip. Rutkin's bringing that stuff down. Frank Monzo, he's doing really, really well. Yeah, I think they're going to have to add like a stud ace pitcher or something. And then I think they'll be ready to rock and roll. But, I mean, they're 3rd ranked across the league. 1st in power, 2nd in contact. They're pretty darn good. They're pretty darn good. That lineup's insane. Sixto, 330. Willard, 287. 264 for Jimbo Crawford. 21 bombs. 25 for Mashburn. Vincent Bond's got 10 with 302. Vega, 19. That's insane, dude. It's insane. I love San Francisco. I think they're going to make a run this year. But, all right, let's actually keep going. So we've got the rest of June to sim. They win the series against Seattle. They will win the series against Chicago. And here we are at July 1st. So the draft is in 5 days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will be on that Friday the 5th. And that's when I'll see you guys next, is next Friday. No, sorry, Wednesday. My bad. Friday here in the GGBL calendar, Friday the 5th. But I'll see you guys on Wednesday night, which would be what? The 13th. August the 13th is when I'll see you guys next. But before I log off, I do want to show you some of the awards races happening around the league. We got Colin Ward for the MVP, teammate Villalobos. How would you, if you're in the dugout and you know that both of you guys are vying for the MVP, like, isn't that just gonna help out the Heat in general? Like, they've got Colin Ward and Villalobos trying to duke each other out, so their little competition for the MVP award is only helping Nashville win games. That's what I'm getting at. Like 25 homers, 69. Like Ward and Villalobos are gonna be the guys that say, no, I want those ribbies. You know, imagine having to bat behind one or the other, right? Colin Ward hits a grand slam. Villalobos comes up next, and there's nothing out there for him. That could happen. Mario Mazza has overtaken Kevin Stoitz. If you look on the left-hand side, Stoitz, again, 3 years running, has won the MVP. He's got 24 bombs, hitting a .320 batting average. That's a career best for Kevin Stoitz. So it's just funny, now that he's reached his age 30 season, is he going to become more of an average hitter than a power hitter? Is he going to just continue to... This guy is stupid. This guy's stupid. He's going to pump up his career batting average from like 270 now to 275, even like further increasing his chance at getting into the GGBL Hall of Fame. But I think he's in no matter what. We missed his 300th home run. Unfortunately, that's my fault. I kind of forgot about it. But he's over the 300 mark now across the 8 seasons that he's played in. He's got 310. I think he's definitely going to get to 330. If he hits another 30 bombs, that's what, 360. So in 2 seasons, he should get up to 400. And I don't want to miss that, because I think at that point, he's probably going to start seeing some regression, and he probably won't be the same. This is insane too. Trig Matthews 11-2, Giovitello Jr. 11-3. The best ERA out of all of them, but the one loss is hurting Giovitello Jr. and the lack of strikeouts. I mean, he's got 103. So I mean, he's pretty close to Trig, but Strizak in there too. Giancarlo Mata 8-3. Yulia, what is that? He can't. No way. They value strikeouts way too much. No way. 503, and he's in the Golden Arm Award? No. It's Ramos or Yuli in my book. I don't care what the game says. Batting title: Daniel Lederman, Sixto, and Ronan Henderson for the Good Boys. Nice. Jordan Van 342, Crowsley Cats. So the Hammers getting good production out of Jordan Van, finally getting a shot here after a couple seasons. Actually, career highs in home runs, right? Or he's getting close to that. He's definitely going to get over 16. But 342 is nothing to scoff at. You got 22. What is this? John Choi, 22 bombs and 56 ribbies, and he's not the bat. Well, yeah, it makes sense. That's just for batting average. Literally says it in the description there, Goldie. But maybe Hank Aaron Award. Yeah, for John Choi. I think probably Hank Aaron Award. Reliever of the year, Gordo Roberson in the lead right now. Roddy Creed, there's your guy, Rico. Lazar, Julio Eller. Rookie of the year, Sean Hutchins. Remember, I was calling that. I was like, this dude should be vying for Rookie of the Year. 99 contact against left-handers. That's definitely playing to that. Marty Kirkland, Dan Kincaid. 2 Miami Moonshots guys right there. Then Hank Aaron. Akira Yoshio. Lederman, Ward, Mazza, Grandstaff, and Choi. So the crazy. Whoa. We're not even halfway through the year. Mazza's got 32 bombs. What, dude, why does this guy keep contributing the way that he does? It's insane. That random season for Columbus, 52 homers. Dipped down to 42. Now he's doing it again. 32 home runs for Mario Mazza. Absolutely insane. Insane. All right. Well, we'll see how it all pans out on Wednesday night, guys. I will see you then. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Appreciate all the love and support. This was the highest amount of stream total for viewers. 23 people. I think at one point there was 24 people watching, and I don't know why exactly that happened, but I appreciate every single one of you guys for tuning in. Leave a like if you like this thing, please. Comment in the comment box if you guys want to earn some channel points. Again, channel points if you're new here. Just a way to buy players, buy custom guys, being able to upgrade your custom guys to get better and really own your player, you know? So they're free to do. You can't lose them. You can only win them, but leave comments in the comment section to earn yourself 50 channel points extra for free. Say something you liked about the streams, something about the league. I don't care what it is, just GGBL centered, and you guys will be awarded for that. So, like I said, leave a like if you like this thing. Leave a comment if you want some points, and I will see you guys on Wednesday night for the draft, along with the All-Star game. More simulation across July, and then, of course, a little trade day preview, and I'll let you guys know of the new format that I come up with, and I hope you like it. So I've got some ideas, but more information Wednesday night. So, again, thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll catch you in the next one. As always, thanks for watching, and peace.